Hello everybody, welcome on in to a YouTube stream. Hello, hi, howdy, what's up? The apocalypse has hit today. Microsoft Azure's down, which means Minecraft's down. Oh god. But don't worry, don't fret, because I got logged in early, so we're fine. My camera's not working though, so that's not fine. But like everything else, totally fine. See, there it goes. We're totally fine. We can play Minecraft today because as long as I don't log out of this world and close down the Minecraft instance, I can keep it running. But the bad part is I don't have my skin, so we get to play with the Alex skin today. Hopefully it's back up for everybody else soon, but in the meantime, you can all hang out in the chat and have a good time in here. Heroic Pixels, how we doing? Rofo, what's going on? How we doing? Miss May, what's up? Hi, hi, hi. Echo Knight, Red Rabbit, hi, hi, hi. Lizosaurus, hellos, hellos, hellos. Distraught Potato, what's up? Skylight, hi, hi, hi. Trev, is it gonna save though? Yes. I mean, it's single player. It's run off my own machine. There's no server that I connect to, so it all saves locally. So there's no issue with it not saving. If you're playing on a realm or something like that, those are all hard down. But yeah, there's no option to get into those right now. But if you're playing single player, it really doesn't affect anything. ETA for Microsoft is 30 minutes. Okay, good to know. Good to know. Don't have any emotes here. I missed Twitch already. Yeah, I do apologize. For those who missed the pin message and my post in Discord, I spent 3 hours yesterday in support chat with Streamlabs, trying a bunch of other things, only for them to tell me that it's not their fault and it's the fault of my ISP. And then I spent another 2 hours in support chat with my ISP yesterday doing IP trace routes and all of that stuff to figure out where the connection was breaking, and found out that it's breaking through a server that the only time I'm ever connecting to it is when I'm trying to jump to the Restream server that Streamlabs is using. Which for some reason that's connecting me through a Swedish company on the west coast of the United States. So my connection is going from the Seattle area down to LA and then somehow jumping to Sweden and then somehow trying to jump back. So naturally, as expected, it's timing out. And then since then, I've now been left on red by Streamlabs, and they just haven't replied to my email. And then I've reached out in chat again to get on support chat with them again, and they told me to wait for a reply to my email, but didn't give any update. So super cool, real fun. Yeah, so my next step is for right now, because it'll work, is we're just gonna stream directly on YouTube and not multi-stream. And then I'm going to start looking into alternatives other than Streamlabs to try those out and confirm with Streamlabs that it is their fault. Because they refuse to accept any ownership over it right now. So yeah, it's a super fun time. Super fun. So if you saw all of my random streams over on Twitch yesterday, that was me testing up a bunch of things. And yeah, none of it really worked. Is there a Discord chat? I'm subbed on Twitch. Yeah. If you join the Discord and you have your Twitch account linked, you should get access to it. Also, for those saying Minecraft is down, I know Minecraft is down. There is nothing that I can do to fix that for you. I do not work for Microsoft. I don't work for Minecraft. There's about a 30-minute ETA to get back online, according to Liz. There's nothing I can do to fix it for you. And I do not have any contact to get that fixed for you. So yeah. I can say though that I didn't log out of my Minecraft ever I saw the thing was down. So we are in the Minecraft world. We just look like Alex. So we're fine. But yeah, so that's where we're at for now. So we can play today. I'm gonna be able to play. I'm already logged in, so it's fine. But yeah, Wombat, how we doing? American Mailing, hello. Super Taco, what's going on, dude? Hello. Make sure y'all click the like button if you haven't already. It helps me out a ton, so I really do appreciate it. Thank you everybody for doing that. Deploying last good config, recovery expected in about 30 minutes as nodes come back online. Minecraft team 25 minutes ago. There we go. Flip doesn't work with Mojang. Wow. I know. Sorry, Sam. Sorry. Sorry. At least you're still a ginger. True. We got that going. Me and Alex, we're linked. But yeah, we'll see. Maybe Minecraft will come back up. Is your camera swung left a little? Yeah, it is. I was messing with it.
Keep it real.
There we go.
Your streams are helping me get through my final
It's
assignments.
slowly sliding itself back.
I'm going to enjoy working on my animation project while you dig this morning. Make sure
Galaxy
you like
Stardust.
the stream, everyone.
Thank you so much for the dono,
Heart.
and thank you for the membership before stream. I was getting to that, but thank you so very much. I do appreciate it. Enjoy the animation project. I've always wanted to get an animation. That seems like such a cool thing to be able to do. How many days do you have on your hardcore world? We just passed 11,500. But yeah, we're getting up there. Haven't been able to catch a stream lately because I've been crazy busy with school. Yeah, it's that time of year. But welcome on in. Do mods and things still work in Minecraft? Yeah, if you got the game booted, everything will work exactly as it did. The authentication servers are down, which means you can't connect to servers currently, and you can't connect to the skin server to get your custom skin to load in when you load into a world. But like, I'm still registered under the Flip account and everything. How's the pups? They're good, and they're coming with us. They normally we have a few good dog sitters that we like using that they enjoy, but it's one of those games where I feel like the second you find a good dog sitter, you have to like protect them. It's like you can't share them with your friends, because if you share them with friends, then they're always booked. And then you have to go find a new one because everybody else is filling up the time of the person that you liked. Heroic Pixels, thank you for the 9 months. Thank you. We are going to do a lot of BRRRR. Do you know when you're going to be giving out a new copy of the world? When I finish on episode 110. We are currently recording episode 108. So 2 more episodes. Gotta catch up to Linksy. There's absolutely no way I can catch Linksy. He plays in his Minecraft world probably 2 to 3 times as much as I do, because he live streams everything. When you work in editing and you work in idea generation for videos and all that stuff, that takes a lot of time that you don't actually play the game. Whereas if you're doing the style of content that Link does, where he's live 6 to 8 hours a day, there's no way that I can catch him. The only way that I could ever pass Linksy in day count in Minecraft is if Linksy died in his world. Like, that's the absolute only way. The same comes with a lot of like Jamal and with a lot of the other big hardcore creators out there who are like really high up on the day count on Twitch. I'm blanking on names right now. I know exactly who am I thinking of that I can't remember their name. Why I feel so bad. Who is it? I have to look it up. Tanisha. How did I forget Tanisha? The brain is not braining today. But yeah, so the only way I will catch any of them in day count is if they lose their worlds. That's the absolute only way. There's no way that I can actually catch them because they physically play more Minecraft hours than I do in a week. But that being said, I dug for like 8 hours yesterday. So, where we left off on stream, we didn't even have this cleared, and now I got that all the way clear, all the way back. Wumba, yeah, I don't know how many days Wumba's on. He AFKs a lot in his world, so he probably is up there because he's AFKing while he's editing and things. But yeah, I don't know. I also have an inventory that I need to empty out. I'm also almost in need of new shulker boxes again, so I'm in need of new shulker boxes again. I'm in the process of clearing out a bunch of dirt right now, so feels weird having the Alex skin. I don't like it. Still a redhead though. Still a redhead. It works. It works great. Totally fine. I was impressed how you could formulate thoughts while digging at the same time, and I didn't break a pickaxe, dude. That's the best part. What do you think about the new camel husks and parched? I think they're cool. I like the new camel husks. How are my tools doing? I can't remember how I left them. This is my last shovel. That's Silk Touch, I think. No, we have another Silk Touch. Perfect. Okay. So we got another Silk Touch and we got a bunch of picks.
OMG. A F-Whip stream. What did I miss?
We're just getting started. We just got into the world. Um, but yeah, Ninja, and thanks so much for the dono. Appreciate you. Welcome on in. Yeah. What else was I gonna say? Oh, the camel husks and the parched, I think are really cool. I think it's a really, really cool way to utilize the camel for something else. I do think, unfortunately, it makes the skeleton horse even more useless than it already was now in the new update. So, like, that's super fun. But other than that, I think the camel husk is pretty useful. The reason being on the skeleton horse is that there's absolutely no reason to use a skeleton horse now, because don't they burn in the sunlight now? Wasn't that a new snapshot change? So with the zombie horse. So now you have to be smarter about when you're using your skeleton horse so it doesn't burn in the daylight, because you can't put armor on it. And the only challenge it presented before was it was the only mob that would spawn with a ranged combatant on the back of it. And now you have a parched and you have a husk spawning on the back of a camel husk, which is going to be, probably because of the spear, scarier than a skeletal horseman. So not only did, oh, that's actual snow. Not only did the skeleton horse get a nerf, now they're also less scary in the world. So the skeleton horse just is completely left behind in this new update. So I'm hoping that, because the only reason to have it before was underwater traversal. Now the Nautilus takes that away, because skeleton horses stats never scale. They're always the same. So that's a problem. And now they burn in the sunlight too, so you can't even use them for land transportation because you can't sleep through a day. So if you're using it for overworld transportation, it's gonna burn and you can't stop it, or you have to pause for 10 minutes to continue along your horse adventure. So yeah, skeleton horses, real bad. I don't think skeleton horses burn in the day, though. They're the only amount who don't drown other than the Nautilus. I thought there was an update in a recent snapshot where skeleton horses burn during the day. Am I incorrect on that? I thought that was a recent snapshot that came out, that skeleton horses will now burn during the daytime. If somebody can confirm or deny that, I would appreciate it, because I was making a short based off of it, so I don't want to give wrong information. I could have sworn I'd read that somewhere. I don't know if it got reverted, though. Skelly horses burning was a bug. Okay, so that did get reverted. All right, so I need to fix that in the script. Okay, let me okay. Skelly horses longer burn in the sun. Was a bug. It was a bug. Good to know. Thank you all. That's fine then. Okay, so they're still usable over land as a regular horse, but they're slow and their stats never scale, and there's no way to breed them. So they're purely to look pretty. Got it. I think the parched are cool though. What do they have? Arrows of weakness? That's kind of fun. Does that mean that you could use a parched? Oh, that's not how you do that. Could you use a parched instead of a witch now for an auto zombie curing thing? Like, instead of potions of weakness, if you got a parched just like stuck in a corner that would fire at you, but it would hit a zombie villager instead. I mean, there's the risk of killing the zombie villager if their health isn't high enough. But like, could you theoretically just use a parched now? Almost done. We're getting there. I would say we're definitely over 50% now. I forgot to get that thing rendered in. I might have to go do that. We might. Let's go do that right now. But yeah, so we've got all of this that still needs to come down. Unfortunately, it is the part that needs to come down all the way to water level, but I did finish everything in the back half. So compared to where it was on stream on Monday, I have since dug this entire section down. That was all yesterday, so we got a lot of digging done. If I pause this, can I leave the game? Is that how that works? I don't know. Nah, whatever. All right, we're back. Sorry about that. That was some lag. We're back. That was just me loading into the world. Sorry. Should be back. Are we back? Should be back. Yeah. I don't know. We'll see. It should be fine. We're just gonna keep going. How did I miss? Okay, so I need to take this one here. And I need to grab... Sorry, we're gonna lag again when we jump back into the next one. And we grab the one that's lower. And then we just need to scroll that way a little bit to there. Okay. Also, if you haven't seen it, this is what it... this is what it's going to look like in the end. So this is what we're digging for. Here's your super early spoiler, because I know we're definitely going to get 1,000 likes. I've been experimenting with the idea of having some like washed out section in here that I think is pretty cool. I'm going to cover it with some grass. So there's your super early stream spoiler for getting through the lag with me. We're going to cancel that. All right, it's going to lag again. It's going to lag again for sure, because I need to boot up the hard... I forgot to save it. It's going to lag twice. Our Minecraft authentication server is back. Has been 30 minutes. It's been 20 minutes. Will you update your texture pack and add new custom trees to Patreon? I haven't updated the texture pack at all. This is going to lag again, sorry. I will be back. The world just maxes out my CPU because of the world gen data pack I have. Oh, no. Sometimes it works totally fine. So we're going to do that. And then we're going to go into area editor, save. And I need to fly around and load in all of the chunks. Cool. Okay. Saved as Mom Mountain. Oh, ew. I got to fix that. Ew. Ew, brother. Ew. Some gross stuff I got to fix in here. Also, that waterfall needs to get fixed. Ew. Ew. It's fine. Oh, there's actually a few things in here that I've been meaning to fix that I've noticed in the schematic. Like, I've been meaning to fix this. Like, I don't know why there's cobblestone here. I don't know what mask I was using that got cobblestone to be in there, but that needs to get fixed. There's just a few little ones I've noticed when digging around these points that need to have changes done to them. Like that. And then I think there's a few in here. Yeah. That. I just need to fix these before I forgot. So weird not seeing your skin every time. I know, you're telling me. Do that. A little darker. There's a church schematic in your saves. Is there? What is it? Oh yeah, that's old building with whip. That was built in the port city on building with whip. That thing's been in there for years. I've never deleted my schematics. Let's unload that. What's the other one? Yeah, there's a second version of it. That thing's been in there forever. What else? What other fun ones do we have? The Empire's salmon blimp. The salmon blimp. Oh, Empire Season 1. Right, we had the salmon tank. Put salmon in that. Old builds. Some good old schematics. Giant wall. What is giant wall? Oh, that was the amplified world. Why did I call that giant wall? I don't know. What else have we got in here that's fun? There's all the hardcore season 3 ones. Yeah, there's a lot of them, I know. Observatory. No. Pumpkin Farm. Empire. No. Power Overwhelming. What the heck is this? Hello? Oh. I think I was trying to show that you can do a glitch in game. I don't know. That's fine. Let's save this guy again, just to make sure. I think it's saved. Okay, cool. Now that's saved. We need to log out and go back in. No folders is killing me. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Lightmatica's been around for that long. Lightmatica's been around for a long time. I wonder if it's having that turned on. Let's turn rendering off. Okay. This may lag. We might get some lag. If it lags, just refresh and come back. We'll be here. No, we're good. Okay. Hiding Lightmatica fixes. No radio free Zerg. No. Please finish your answer this time. Will you update your texture pack and custom trees on Patreon? The texture pack has no update to it from when I did the last one. The trees, I've been meaning to get those out. I'll get them out around the world download. So I have a few trees in there that I haven't used yet in the world that I do plan on using in the world download. I most likely am going to release the Axiom blueprints because I have all those made for it. The Lightmatica schematics have not been made for a long time, so I need to go through and figure out which ones I'm missing. But the Axiom for sure has everything. How long have you used Lightmatica? I started using it towards the end of the Building with Whip series. I know a lot of creators have been using it for a lot longer than that, and there was this weird error about it when it originally came out for content creators that, like, if you told your audience got mad at you for it. I'm very, very thankful that Lightmatica is a lot more accepted now because every big content creator that's a builder has been using it forever and ever and ever. They've just been hiding it from their audience. And then, unfortunately, even some of those that I know have been using it have also been, like, hating on it for being a thing just because that was like the cool hip thing to do. So it's just I'm very happy that it's just much more accepted and okay to use now. What tree farm do you use? The one that I mentioned in the video. I don't remember. Do you have a playlist for the episode for Hardcore Season 3-4? Well, we're on Hardcore Season 3, but there is a whole playlist for it. That's on the YouTube. You can go into the playlist tab, Hardcore Season 3. I think it's like Forever World or something like that is the playlist name. Wasn't here for the start of the stream. Why are you, Alex? Minecraft servers are down right now. Well, Microsoft Azure is down right now, which Minecraft servers, especially skin servers and things, are hosted on. So I can't use my skin because it's broke did. Using it privately but bashing it publicly, yuck. Yeah. A few of them have come around since, and now they talk about how much they enjoy using it and all of that and how much it helps them, but you know, it's still kind of a little like, why didn't we do that from the start? I'm very glad it's now accepted because I never liked referencing screenshots of my creative builds to build them in survival. Yeah, I do not like that process. I get stressed because I feel like I have this thing where I need to like be working a certain level of efficiency as I'm moving and blah blah, and I feel like if I'm doing that, then I'm getting very like I'm not being efficient, and then I get really in my head and then I get nothing done. Lightmatica for me just helps remove a lot of that anxiety when it comes to building and trying to make something look good in a video format and look good quickly. Because there has to be a certain amount of progress moving on a video. What, for tomorrow? No video tomorrow. Nope. Unfortunately, no video this week. But my friends, if you can help me out and click the like button on the stream, it helps out a ton. I really do appreciate it. That was a touchdown. Trust me, y'all, for you, all of you who are being inconvenienced by Microsoft being down for Azure servers and you can't access your Minecraft world, trust me, there's a lot of people out there that are running entire businesses off of Azure that can't do any work right now. So if Azure is one of those things that, like, when it goes down, it is all hands on deck to get it fixed. Don't just think that Microsoft is sitting there just like, hey, people can't play their Minecraft, sucks for them. No, there is for sure an engineer getting absolutely chewed out right now for something that they probably weren't even responsible for why the servers went down. Like, there is definitely some people who are having much worse days than y'all for not being able to play Minecraft. It'll be back up in a few. They said 30 minutes about 30 minutes ago, so it should, if that ETA was accurate, it should be up soon. Get rid of all of this stuff just so that we can get it out of here, and then we can finish up this lower section. Alright, we're just gonna clear all that. That's fine. I'll clear out the rest when I...
Hey, for real.
Damn, now I know why I can't open MC_Flipridge.
Yeah, it'll be back up soon. It'll be back up soon. They're definitely working on it. Don't worry. Well, it's okay to be annoyed about it, but make sure y'all are giving them space to be able to fix it. It is fully okay to be annoyed about tech outages, but it's not okay to take it out on the employees who are probably not responsible for it. Like the Microsoft employees doing the bare minimum challenge. Trust me, there is a lot more that goes into software development than just boop, 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 boop. It works on a computer. I think just as a whole, people are very, very accepting of issues when it comes to software and outages and things like that, whereas a lot of the times, like, it just happens. So give them some space. It'll be up soon. Does it not get annoying having the ghost builds in the way while digging? Why do you not work layer by layer? Just because we're doing such a big thing, it's easier for me just to see it all instead of constantly getting little lag spikes when I'm changing layers around.
Hey, for real.
Annoyed but not hating in the friends behind MC less than 3.
Yeah, that's fair, that's fair. It's definitely okay to be annoyed. I've just seen some people already on the internet, on the Twitters and everything, and the Reddit being like, oh my god, Mojang developers, I knew they're absolutely terrible. How could they let the game crash? It's like, well, it wasn't their fault. Like, nobody from Mojang manages an Azure server. But of course, the little kiddies, and by little kiddies, I mean people of any age who are just have the brain capacity of a 5-year-old are on the internet saying, "Oh my God, how could Microsoft not handle this? Blah, blah, the Mojang developers are so lazy." It's like, well, maybe not. Hey, Link, how we doing? There's such a lag on this. I'm just reading old messages sometimes. If there's lag on your side for the stream, just refresh. Should update. Link, did you get in the Minecraft before the outage? Or are you stuck waiting? Do you typically combine the flashback files together for these big digs or separate them? I change camera angle a lot when I'm changing things. When I'm doing footage, so that I separate it out a lot. I kind of have I picked it. I don't know if it's true anymore, but there's this old philosophy that used to go around the YouTube side of like changing the camera scene every 7 seconds can help increase retention. So I keep within that realm roughly of like plus or minus a few seconds, so it doesn't feel like very artificial, but trying to keep the camera angle changing so it just different visual appearance, because I think those long drawn out time lapses where you just see a whole thing disappearing, where somebody used to put like a 3-minute time lapse of a space disappearing, jamming out some dubstep, like, you know, that old school Let's Play style, that just doesn't work anymore. And I really like the visual look of changing camera angles and whatnot as it's going. But no, so far this mountain digging montage is coming out to there's currently 16 different time lapse files. What's with the trolls today? They're angry they can't play their Minecraft. And obviously it's my fault because I'm a Minecraft content creator. So obviously I work for Mojang because I make videos of Minecraft. What mods and stuff do you use for your build prints, your time lapses? Time lapses is all done through Flashback. The blueprints is done through Lightmatica, and I use Axiom to help with creative build planning. That's kind of the generic kit that any content creator is using nowadays. If they have taken the time to learn Axiom instead of using something like a like if they've taken the time to learn Axiom instead of World Edit and Archeon and all those old tools, most people are pretty much purely using Axiom now. And the Archeon developer is even building out some tools to work in Axiom, which is pretty cool. New snapshot is looking awesome. Yeah, I'm excited for it. I think the new Parched and the Camel Husk are really cool. I was not expecting a Camel Husk at all. That really surprised me.
Keep it real.
Isn't it always the creator's fault?
Yeah, true. That's very true. Definitely blame the guy who actually has nothing to do with it. I think that's like usually my route. I like to go with that route too when I'm looking for something as first person that could like remotely have a target on him nearby. Just throw the blame their way. That usually works out well in long run. Hey, Jed, thanks for the dono. I want to finish up like this section with all the dirt and everything so we can kind of have this slope smoothed out, and then we're just working back into the middle. All of this I know needs to go like straight down. This is where the drop off starts. So all of this needs to just be gone. I knew I was right. Yeah. Imagine we get rideable polar bears with strays. Dude, if they make polar bears rideable, that would be so cool. I'm in. Sold. Mojang, you have to do it now. It has been spoken into existence. It must happen. Dude, polar bears are so useless in Minecraft. Like, they look so cool, but there's absolutely no reason for them to exist in the game. And it's so funny. Them and bats, like, there's no reason for either of them to exist outside of just being there. Which, like, I think we do need more creatures that add ambiance and stuff, well being like a food source. I don't really fully agree with Minecraft always being like, no, we can't add real creatures to Minecraft that players would kill for food beyond the cows, pigs, sheeps, and whatever. But like, why not? That's part of life. Incredible polar bears, the golden compass. I don't think I've ever seen that movie. I think servers are back. I can check. Oop, yeah, looks like servers are back. I'm already in on it, but you should be able to connect your Minecraft account now and everything. I also have chat, but no video. I don't know if you can hear me either, but it's working on everybody else's side. Try refreshing. Give me a bison. A bison would be cool. I do like bison. Big L Golden Compass is amazing. So is the series. Look at all the dirt. Ah, so much dirt. And polar bears go faster over time in a straight line. True. Brown panda zombie with full diamond armor would be cool. That sounds a little overly terrifying. Just want birds. Yeah, I've wanted birds in Minecraft for so long. I feel like birds could be so cool. Just a few little boop, 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 just flying through the sky. Like actually flying, not just like sitting on it on the ground like parrots do. I feel like that could be pretty sick. Let's be honest, parrots just kind of hover downward. They don't really fly in Minecraft. They just kind of hover at a downward angle. They're just like a slow falling chicken that can also kind of go up. My Minecraft still won't connect. May have to low-key flip a table. Have you tried turning it off and on again? You have a seagulls? Yeah, and they're gonna steal your ice cream. If you're holding food and there's a seagull above, it's just gonna come and snatch the food right out of your hand. You want the full experience of living in a coastal city? A seagull's gonna come snatch something out of your hand and then they're gonna poop on you. And they're gonna laugh the whole time. Not a piece of stone. Oh, that's wool. For those still having issues with Minecraft server down, consider getting good. Ah, Blocky, true. Great advice. Have you ever considered that you might be the problem? You could repeat, as Taylor once said, "Hi, I'm the problem, it's me." And then maybe you'll find a solution. I think birds like a crow or raven that are known for being super intelligent would be awesome. Yeah, I've always wanted like having an owl. I've thought owls or even just like blue jays and red robins I think could be really cool for just flying around in forests. But I feel like an owl and then they could like eat silverfish or something would be fun.
Off and on now.
Okay, yeah, just turn all of Microsoft on and off again. That'd be great. I'm sure that's what Bill would do. Yeah, if Minecraft doesn't work for you, have you considered just fixing it? Have you considered pulling up thy bootstraps and just fixing it? Hmm? As they love to say. Also, have you considered that possibly clicking the like button could fix it? We're trying all solutions here, so make sure you click the like button because that could potentially bring Microsoft Azure back online. We don't know for sure. We're still trying to figure out where the root cause of it is, but we want to try and exhaust every option that we have. So be sure to click the like button. Are you working with Easy Place? Yeah. If I can save a few seconds of block placing each section that I do that, by the time that we're done with this project, that's saving me hours of work.
Keep it real.
It worked. Bahahahaha _F whip heart.
Perfect. I told you, I'll click the like button. Good things happen. Yeah, when we get into large projects like this, I just use Easy Place because it saves me so much time in the long run. It's actually ridiculous how much time it saves. I tracked it once and I was like, oh my God. It actually cut down the amount of time it took to like fill in a massive area of terrain by like 20%. Why is this like weird and just cut here? Oh, because this whole thing is off. I'm glad I caught that now before we started digging into it. Yeah, the whole section of this corner's off. We need to go here, change the lock, and that is this one. Sorry, it might be a little laggy for a second while we figure this out. Oh, too far. There we go. Okay. Now we're good. Yeah, all that stuff I was just digging out. Didn't need to dig. I was like, that's a lot of purple. I didn't think there's that much purple over here.
Pleased to meet you.
Already 39 months. Where does the time go?
Mel?
_F whip heart _ _ F
Thank you
whip
for 39 months. Lovely to have you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. That just saved so much work over here, y'all. I was about to be like, what? Why do we got so much stuff? I don't want to tear this guy's house down yet. I feel like I need to leave that for like a bit later, but we're gonna make it float. We'll tear out everything underneath the house. Nobody lives in it anymore, so it's fine. The ads are so loud. I don't control the volume of them. So I do apologize, but I got no control over that. That is YouTube. Tear down. No, because I need it for the bit saying that I'm just relocating him over here. So he's just going to relocate from this house up to that house, which I'm thinking about making that one slightly bigger. Maybe not. Maybe I just give him some extra little structures around the outside. He's got a little shed right now, but I kind of want to give him a little bit more space. I feel like he could really benefit from... Mostly because I want to mess around with shelves. I really want to start building with shelves. I've had so much stuff going on with all these projects that I have right now that I just haven't really had time to mess with shelves much, and I want to.
Do you have a newer version of Voxy?
I am on... what Voxy am I on? 0.2.5 alpha. I don't know how new that is, but that's the one I'm on. The ads aren't loud, but your volume's low. I increased my volume on stream. Is it still pretty low? I guess I need to go dump my inventory. Inventory's a little full. Speaking of birds, I did throw some birds coming off that tree right there. The little black candle birds. What snapshot are you playing on? I'm not. I'm playing on the full release of 1.21.10. That's not a chest plate. That's a rocket. Am I almost out? Oh. I missed this whole line. Oopsies. Oh, whatever. We'll get there. I've actually noticed Swift's videos are getting more and more quiet the last month. I've changed my tone on how I'm talking, but we've actually upped the volume of videos in the last month. Because we did notice that they were a little quiet. But like we've intentionally been, maybe my editor forgot to do it on the last one, but we have intentionally been making them louder. All your videos and streams are way quieter than any other video I watch. Huh. Yeah, the latest video volume should be good. The streams I understand being a little quieter. For some reason, my microphone, I think I need to get a new mic in the next little while. But it has a lot of bleeding that comes through when I...
is kinda lagging with Voxy on.
When I up the mic to being something like full volume and like don't cut it a little bit, there's a lot more kind of bleh that comes through at the end. Yeah, if you just installed Voxy, like first time installing it, you need to run it for a while because it needs to run all the LODs and create them, which that can cause some lag. You can go into the settings and cut down how many threads you're allowing Voxy to use, and that can help. But otherwise, you just kind of gotta sit through it and basically just AFK for like 20-30 minutes. I don't think I textured any of this stone over here. I think it's just stone. No, that's textured. No, that's not. That's just stone. I don't need to break all that. That's just gonna be... I guess we can just build those back up right now as we get all this stone over here. So one time we're gonna watch your stream and get ear bleeds. I'll just come in and whisper, and then I'll just like scream out of nowhere. Now, because I mean, on my side, my GoXLR currently showing that I'm coming up to like 90%, which you're never really supposed to send a mic to 100% because that kind of, it can distort things a little bit. So you always want them a little bit under because it can ruin the quality a touch. So I have that purposely where it is. And then on the... Yeah, my mic on stream right now is only 1 dB under. I mean, I can move it up. Let's try that. Yeah, we'll see there. I mean, that's under that's 0.4 under now, so maybe that should be a little bit louder. It also could be that the music is just louder, but if you're saying overall, like, you need to have it boosted, but... How's the mountain removal going? I think I got another, like, 2 days of digging. Like, 2 full IRL days of digging. But it's getting there. We're definitely making up. We're making it work. I did a ton of digging yesterday. Outside of taking a break and doing a workout, I pretty much was digging for, like, I think I had like 10 hours of digging yesterday. I went through all of my tools twice. I did 2 separate Wither Skeleton Farm repairing sessions yesterday. Nope. Microsoft has completed their code fix, now going through the recovery process. There we go. So people should start seeing it now. Soonish. Whenever it rolls out to whatever server you're trying to connect to. Good thing I left the beacon in the river right over here. How many blocks have I dug in total? A lot. We're gonna break 3 million stone mined on stream today. That's for sure. That 4.1 million with the pickaxe, and we're at just under 2 million. 4.15 almost, and we're at 1.95 on the shovel. And then the axe is at 350,000. The hoe is at almost 350,000. Add the diamond pickaxe in. We're at 4.2 million blocks with a pickaxe. Times mined, we're gonna hit 3 million on the stone today. We're not even close to 1 million on dirt or grass, but it's up there. That netherrack number, once we get into the nether clearing too, that's gonna start being, that's gonna be a big one too. Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back and retexture these. That might be for a future video though, because I think what I've got going on already is a bit of a project. We'll do this as a little cleanup on a stream or something. Because this whole side here needs to be textured. It's not really done. I feel like I want to start, once I get back ahead on videos, to a point where we can kind of start just like doing some random stuff. I want to start fixing up little terraforming things that are like half done throughout the world on streams. I feel like that's kind of a good use of them. Like, so we'll plan them out in creative and then we'll just go do them, because it's not really stuff that needs to make it into a video or makes much sense, because I've already kind of said the project's done. But we could do it all and like fill it up for like a cool like video of fixing all the little projects around, you know. Being a Minecraft YouTuber is harder than your 9 to 5 times 3. Thank you, Kurthy, for understanding all the struggles that I go through to be a Minecraft YouTuber. Thank you. I appreciate it. I wouldn't say it's like 3 times harder, but like definitely like 2.5 times harder, you know? No, there's definitely jobs out there that are a lot more difficult than being a Minecraft YouTuber, but I also think there is a lot of difficulty that comes with being a Minecraft YouTuber that a lot of people that think about Minecraft YouTubers don't take into account when they're thinking about or being like, that's such an easy job. I wish, dude. I work more hours on a weekly basis than pretty much every single one of my friends that has corporate jobs. We're gonna take this as a line here that we'll take down. Well, actually, I guess it'd be this. I do not get burnt out. I take breaks when I can, and a big part that helps is that I am actively engaged in what I'm working in. Like, I'm enjoying what I'm working in and working on, and I love the problem solving phase from it, and bringing a project from an idea to finish, and like turning that into a video and everything. Like, that's really fun. Like, I work hard, but I enjoy what I do a lot. Like, I feel like I still definitely have the vibe of like, I still feel like this is a hobby that turned into a job, which I'm very, very thankful to say. Like, it definitely feels like a job. I will not deny that. There's definitely days where I do not want to do it at all, but it still very much has that fun of the hobby that I've had since I got started that like drew me into wanting to do this. But it definitely has the job side of it too. router. Grass. Who's grumbling? What the heck, guys? I just carved that out and now you're using it to attack me? Gross. Rude. What's the orange rectangle by your storage area? It's kind of plotting out the general space that I want to use for the monastery thingy over there. Which I really need to do a lot of thinking on that. I need to find a direction to take on that. Need some doodling time. What do you do with all the stone? Put it in shulker boxes and shove it in a chest? Any further questions? No, we'll use it over time. Once we finish digging these mountains out, I'm probably never gonna need to mine stone ever again. So, yeah, it's kind of partially why I'm keeping it, because future me is gonna use it eventually. I don't tend to build with a whole lot of stone though, so it's definitely gonna be used sparingly over a large amount of time. Ancient temple, but not the Coruscant kind of thing would be cool for... Ancient Jedi temple, but not the Coruscant thing. Oh, yeah, some maybe. Old school Jedi temples do have a pretty cool art style. I do like that idea. We've used it before in the big gas farms output, like that big obelisk thing over here, where there is... technically in this world, through that thing existing, there is like an ancient past civilization that built big crazy machines. So we could go something inspired by that route. So there is like an element of like an ancient civilization that we could use that as like a different architecture that is now like being kept up by the current people that live here. But I really haven't played around too much with where I want to take it yet, I'll be honest. All I know is the position in the world that I want it to be in. I don't know what I want to do with it. A little cave right here. Contrast with medieval village would be fire. Yeah, I don't want it to be like look super futuristic. Like it needs to still look like an ancient civilization that somehow had mechanical power. Think like the Dwemer from Skyrim or something, where they're like lost to the past. But they still like their technology still works, I guess.
Finally got some time to sit down and play some MC, and my PC Xbox app don't work and doesn't want to log me in. Sigh. At least I
It'll
can
be up,
get a
Winzella.
little MC
It'll be up
fix
soon.
by watching my favorite Minecrafter stream. Heart emoji.
Thank you for the 38 months. I appreciate you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yeah, Microsoft Azure crashed today. They did release a thing saying that they deployed a fix and things are coming back online. So it should be back up soon. But thanks for hanging here in the meantime. Because I have the super cool content creator access. So while all of you can't play the game, I can still play the game. No, that's not true at all. I just know somebody out there is definitely thinking that, seeing all their favorite content creators are playing Minecraft right now and they can't log into their Minecraft, so obviously the content creators did it. No, I have access because I logged in before things crashed this morning, and then I saw that they crashed, and I just did not close Minecraft again. Usually when I turn my computer on for the day, one of the first things I do is open Minecraft and just kind of have it open all day, whether I'm working at it or not. Like, it's just on the main menu. So it was that saved my butt today. Meant that we could stream. Yeah, I play on single player, so I don't need a server. I'm also enjoying Minecraft once again. Oh, yeah. Another content creator got into the game. I think the part that I'm definitely struggling with the monastery, which I've talked about before, is I can't for the life of me figure out an interior layout, and the interior layout needs to come first. That's the part that I'm stuck on, because I don't want it just to be a big hall. Like, I don't want to be a big open hallway area. I'm okay with going down underground a bit. I think down underground can definitely get the result that we want. But I need it to be something a little bit more small side rooms with like themed areas is the goal. Oh, we're getting down there. We're almost to the water level here. You play Bed Wars? I've never warred in a bed. Or I've never warred over a bed. I actually legit don't think I've ever played Bed Wars.
Keep it real.
Hey F-Whip. Thanks for being an inspiration for my mods. Also, how do you feel about fans calling you Bryce? _F-Whip
I typically just say default to Whip, but I don't know. I definitely have put Bryce out there on social media and stuff. Like, it's on my Twitter bio and whatnot. So, like, it's fine, but I definitely prefer Whip. I think just helps me keep it in the content creation realm. I feel like if ever I hear Bryce or something online, it kind of always catches me off guard. I'm just like, wait, what? Where's the beacons? There's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. There's one right there. There's one over there. There's one over there. There. Back there. And one there. What advice would you have for Minecraft YouTubers just starting out? Pick if you want it to be a hobby or if you want it to be something where you eventually want it to be a job. I think it's kind of good to have that like as a frame of reference getting into it. I would highly recommend starting it as a hobby with like, if it turns into a job, yay, cool. But like, that's not why you're doing it, because otherwise it's really easy to get in your head about any potential little failures and things. And I think another big way is definitely always try to be growing. Always trying to be pioneering something new. Every video you release, try and experiment with new things that you think will help out. Really, really, really try and think of where you want your video to end before you start recording it, I think is an important one. Like focusing on your title and like what the YouTube really right now leverages a lot on. Oh, that's not supposed to be that. Like the package, like the packaging, which is your title and your thumbnail. Like those are the most important things on YouTube right now, in my opinion. When it comes to like getting a video out there and getting clicked on it, if you can get people to click on your video, that's a really, really good way to go. In terms of trying to just like get your video out there. Obviously, in order to grow a channel, you need to get viewers, and in order to get viewers, you have to get people to click on your video. So very much trying to focus on something that like has clickability to it, if that is a route that you're caring to go for. But also just spend your first few months on YouTube, just figure out if you even want to do it. I think that's something that a lot of people don't like. They love the idea of being a YouTube content creator, But in actuality, when they start becoming a YouTube content creator, they're like, oh, I hate editing videos. And then it's like, well, that's kind of a big part of YouTube is editing videos. So I would say what I usually say is like, give yourself 6 months. Commit to doing it for like 6 months. Not every day. Not a daily upload. I think daily uploads are dead. But like 6 months, if you do one video a month, if you do one video every 2 months, if you do one video every 2 weeks, one video in 6 months that you work on the whole time and really try and just like have fun learning and growing. And by the end of it, if you're like, you know what, I like this YouTube thing, commit to another 6 months, see where it goes. And also, spending more money on YouTube will not get you better results on YouTube. People with absolutely terrible microphones and crappy computer setups still make some of the best videos out there. You don't need to drop a few $1,000s on a crazy laptop computer streaming setup and blah blah blah. Like, that's not going to get you any more viewers than if you have the cheapest of cheapo setups that can actually do the thing. That's something that I think is another hole that a lot of companies try and prey on newer content creators for. They're like, upgrade your stream with this, and buy our headphones, buy our keyboard, it'll make you game better, you'll get more viewers, your audio is gonna be so clear with this microphone. And it's like, no, that actually doesn't really change much. As long as you have something that is semi-workable, you're fine. That's one of my big wrecks, I would say. I think for me, sharing my builds is fun, but editing is not for me. Oh, I get that. Editing is kind of a necessary evil at times. I've learned to enjoy it a lot. Like, I really enjoy editing now, but I used to really not enjoy it at all. Cool. There's this section done. It's over there. Mossy cobblestone, it is not correct. Why is that mossy cobblestone? How did mossy cobblestone replace this wall? I must have done some... Oh, because I did things adjacent to grass blocks. And I didn't mask for stone. That makes sense. Over 1,000 people and only 600 likes? I know! I got lucky with my experience and employment with editing videos. Yeah, there's a surprising number of film school students that are getting into Minecraft YouTube, which is really cool because they're bringing in a really unique perspective of that, like, really cinematography, like cinematic approach to it. I think there's definitely a realm. The reason why I have so much to say on this is because I actually was on a roundtable podcast of sorts last night that'll come out on the Lucis of Gooses channel in the next few weeks, talking about our thoughts on Minecraft YouTube and everything. It was really cool. So I would highly recommend checking that out when it comes out. But one of the big things that we talked about a lot was how there's a lot of up and coming creators right now that are really in that, like, cinematic, I don't know. We kind of called it a cinematic let's play is what we decided on the definition for, where they really love all the stuff that they're doing, but it's very heavily inspired by certain creators' content styles. The quick one that a lot of people jump to is calling people like a B-dubs clone or something like that, which I don't think is necessarily true because B-dubs didn't really even define the style either. He just kind of kept it going for a long time. So I don't think it's the most accurate way to explain something like that. But that all being said, is that there is definitely a point right now where a lot of those dudes in the smaller channels that are doing that style have started growing a decent amount, and they need to start spreading their wings and coming up with their own style and expanding, because you can follow somebody else's style as you're going. You can follow their format for videos. Like, there's quite a few people out there that, you know, have done their starter base, then they've done a little farming village, and then they've done an episode 3 castle. because they saw me do that. And so they've all done that. And so you get a lot of people out there who kind of are copying larger content creator styles and those things. And that growth only really gets people so far before it starts to really plateau. And then a lot of those people are like, well, I found success in this so far, so I obviously need to keep it up. But in reality is that they need to take that time to learn and start to develop their own style and move into their own realm of doing things, which can still take essence of that. Like, you don't want to just completely change up things full 180, but you need to be able to grow it and do something your own. And so it's interesting to see where that's going to kind of land over the next while with a lot of these smaller creators that are kind of getting into that 5 to 10k to 50k sub point, and they're now starting to like plateau a bit and be like, what's going on? But they've all kind of copied in that very cinematographic, like very cinematic let's play style. And so it'd be interesting to see who is able to evolve out of that and change things up, and then who can take that and evolve out of it, change things up, and really turn into a big success. Because a lot of them I think they have everything they need to be a successful content creator. They just need to find a way to deliver something that is unique to them and not just like a secondary version of what somebody else is doing. Like the stream. Woo! We're at 696 likes. You get one more, you could have a 6-7 in there. Did I get any kiddos with that one? I feel like you're calling me out with the episode 3 castle. I mean, you're the one who built an episode 3 castle, my friend. You called yourself out by posting that. Have you watched NeoCubist? Yeah, I used to like NeoCubist stuff a lot back in the day. I know Jem was really, really inspired by him for a bit, just like how chill his Let's Plays were. I built the castle in episode 3 because nobody had done a castle that early in their Minecraft world yet. That was before the mega base episode 1 trend had really come out. So the fact that I built a castle in the 3rd episode, people were like, you are nuts. Nobody builds a castle this early. And now you have people who are building castles left and right on episode 1. Their million block mega base castle episode 1 has every farm you need forever in your Minecraft world. And then, well, look, they've never released an episode 2. Wow. Crazy how that works out when you exhaust all your content in one video. Quick random car question. What's your dream car? Me as a kid was absolutely obsessed, I don't know why, with Dodge Vipers. I thought they were the coolest thing ever. I wanted a yellow Dodge Viper so bad when I was a kid. I was like, that's the car. I'm gonna make so much money. I'm gonna buy one of those. Not even the fanciest car. I feel like me nowadays, I really want an electric car. Where our next car that we're gonna get is gonna be a full electric. And I want to get something kind of sporty and nice, but I don't know. I'm not a huge car person. You wake up and tell yourself, yep, time to dig a mountain. Oh yeah, it really gets me going in the morning. Dodge Vipers are sick, right? I'll say, how you doing, Germ? Yeah, I wanted a yellow one so bad when I was a kid. I thought they were the coolest thing ever. I think it's literally at one point I remember seeing one on a freeway. I'd be like, whoa. And then they just like zoomed so fast by us. And I was like, I'm getting that car when I grow up. What was your biggest inspiration for Minecraft content creation? When I got started, it was Wells Knight and his Kingdom series. I just love the idea of building up a whole world. I thought what Wells Knight was doing in Kingdoms was so unique and so cool. And that was what got me to play vanilla Minecraft. Before that, I was playing creative Minecraft.
Always looking forward to those.
Hey, Ninjan, thanks so much. I appreciate it. But yeah, I was really inspired by Wells Night to get into the vanilla scene early on when I was doing that. But the reason why I started was a buddy, Ducon Red One. He no longer makes videos, but he was a content creator who worked in the Conquest community, and I was helping the development team with building out the Conquest Reforged mod back in the early days, like back when it was just a texture pack. I was on the team that helped convert it into a mod in like the very early days. They've taken it so far since then. I don't even know what the heck they do anymore with it. I'm so far removed from that project now. But that all being said is, yeah, they wanted more people to like jump into making videos to try and get the word out there for it. And Ducon was kind of like, no, you'd be really good at this. You should do this. And so I was like, all right, I'll give it a shot. Why not? What's the worst that could happen? I'll try recording some videos for a bit, see if I like it. Ended up really enjoying it. And then realized that for me, I didn't want to be a creative builder. And I also felt that in the Minecraft YouTube scene at the time, there were no creative builders that were really breaking through, which is still kind of the case now. There's only a few. There's like 3 or 4 creative builders who are super successful. Everybody else converts it into survival. But yeah, so I got into vanilla after seeing what Wells Knight was doing in Kingdoms, and I was like, I want to do a series like that. That sounds cool. Play survival and just build up a bunch of different kingdoms and stuff, and then that's what started building with Foot. And change my pickaxe in a second. That's got 140. Does your house have an option for an EV port? So that was part of the garage reno that we just did. We also, the reason why streams were so hectic, for those who have been around for the last few months, before, you know, Streamlabs started crashing on me constantly, had a few streams where power just went out randomly during the stream and everything. And it's because we're doing a garage renovation. And part of that was that we also, our electric panel was going bad and aging out. So we swapped it to a new one, and since we were doing that and we had the electricians out here, we got them to install an EV charging port in our garage. So we're fully set up now to get an EV. So that is next on the list. So I think we're probably gonna get one at the start of the year. No blocky, no more cables. It's not spaghetti. I'm into the skin. Minecraft authentication servers were down when I logged into Minecraft this morning, so it couldn't pull my skin in. So we are Alex today. I know you're against TNT dupers, but why not use crafted legit TNT to speed up the process? Because 1, I don't have a gunpowder farm that's good enough to produce that much TNT. 2, I actually don't think it'd be that much faster because we'd have to go mine up all of that sand, and then we'd have to AFK for gunpowder, and then we'd have to like, there's so many extra steps to that I don't think would actually speed it up that much. So yeah, I really don't think TNT without dupers is actually that efficient for clearing out large areas. I think it's good for clearing out like a medium-sized space, but I really don't actually think TNT is that efficient for a large region, especially when it's stone, because TNT does not, it blows up like a 3x3x3 of stone. Like, that's it. That's kind of all you get. You're not really getting that much when you're blowing up stuff. Ginger, greenish shirt, not too different. Yeah. I just have a green shirt instead of a blue shirt today. And no hoodie. Manual TNT is fun for like the first 10 minutes. Yeah, I really do not enjoy TNT mining. I find it so tedious. There's all the grass I brought. Oh no, I have to go get more grass. And also for this, because I'm trying to very finely bring it down to just the exact layer so that the inside isn't all hollow and spawning mobs. So it helps with lag and whatnot. I mean, I know there's going to be all the caves that we're not reaching, but that's better than... better than everything else, you know? Do you wonder if you'll make another perimeter in the future, which of course would require a TNT duping quarry? I don't see myself needing another perimeter in the future, but I also wouldn't say never. I've wanted to set up a witch farm, which I know work really well with perimeters. So, yeah. What's the totem count up to for the series? I'm on my 3rd totem. We popped our first totem about 2.5 years ago. We popped our second totem about a month and a half ago digging this mountain. On the far side, we had a landing accident. And now we are on to the 3 tum of Undying. So we had the 1 tum, we had the 2 tum, and now we have the 3 tum.
Shaved @whip:__ big brain.
Yeah, this is what I look like if I shave my face. Yeah, that's it. Have you seen Stan's huge Death Star in hardcore? I've seen the YouTube thumbnail. I haven't clicked on the video. I feel like I've seen so many videos of building the Death Star in Minecraft that it just doesn't really sound interesting to me. I know Stan's a good builder, so I'm sure they did a very, very good job on it, but just the concept of it, the video itself, isn't too interesting to me. Mountain is cursed. We just went zooming a little too quick. Definitely caught me off guard, though. I will say that much. I was definitely caught off guard. I was so not expecting the totem pop when it happened. I was like, wait, what? We're just zooming in to go drop off some stuff. Let's go get some grass just to have it ready. That's a stone, not a rocket. Thank you. No video tomorrow? Yeah, no. If you ever do another subathon, do you think you'll add challenge to shave your face? No, probably not. Not really about that type of stuff. I think that's lovely for whoever wants to do those types of challenges, but nah. I don't need to make a fool of myself for y'all to give me money. That's kind of something where I'm like, yeah, I just don't need to do that type of stuff. Other content creators, go for it all you want. For me, I don't think I'm about that vibe. I don't know if this is too much for your world, but we consider making a tobacco trading system world using large ferns as the plant. Not really. I know tobacco definitely has a huge place in the trade history and everything like that throughout the world. But I don't think that's something that I want to glamorize in my Minecraft world. So I definitely I use large ferns as hemp every once in a while. So we have a few hemp fields because that can be spun into fibers and everything like that, and has a lot more uses outside of just what you get from like a tobacco or something. Obviously everybody's like, hee hemp, I know what that is, but in reality there's a lot more use cases for it than That, so yeah, I think that's something that I'm okay with, or it being like, almost like a flax or something like that. But yeah, I don't want to glorize tobacco at all in this world.
Keep it real.
Y'all should like the stream so Whip has to spoiler more colon
I don't have any more
underscore
spoilers. I'm out. All I've been doing is digging. I literally have no spoilers other than I'm digging. But you should still like the stream, but I don't have a spoiler today. I'm sorry. Yeah, next world download, for those asking, will be out towards the end of next month, most likely. About US Thanksgiving time, if not early December. Something in there. It's in the works, but I have 2 more episodes to record before we get world download. That'll be the 11th download for this world. Kind of crazy. We're gonna be able to take out a few of these beacons soon, I think. You're super PG. I don't shy away from topics, but I definitely stay within the family friendly realm. I think you can be family friendly and talk about pretty much any topic. It's just all about how the conversation is had.
Like we don't know colon underscore Whip sassy.
Just come up. True. Exactly. Easy. Bodu, thank you so much for the membership, dude. Appreciate you. And Ninjan, thanks for the donos. What episode are we on right now? We are on 108. We'll be out next week. Crazy how far this world has come. I know, right? I'm definitely moving into packaging things as one-off videos, because we definitely are at the point where why would anybody watch 108 episodes of a series? So like all of the videos I'm trying to do is things where, like, if you know, you get a little bit of extra stuff, but also if you're a first time watcher, you don't feel like you're missing out on anything. Like that's very much the type of content I'm trying to deliver nowadays, because it's definitely not YouTube smart to be in a 4-year-old world. But if you make it to the very, very far point and you're in like an 8-year-old world, then it gets to be pretty cool, because then you get the real big, like, long side. I don't know if Germ's still in here, but he's like, what, 13 years into his world? And that's definitely a tagline you can throw out of, I've been playing in this Minecraft world for 13 years. Like, that's nuts. Not quite at that point in the series. Oh, are you using Lightmatica? So I built the whole mountain in creative, and now we're just tearing down the old mountain in order to build the new mountain. MCU done properly. Yeah, they don't really have that formula, right? Or they haven't in the last few years. The Thunderbolts was good though. That was a pretty goofy movie. I didn't really enjoy it a lot in the moment, but then like thinking back, I'm like, oh no, that was pretty enjoyable. Kind of mixed on it when I saw it, but then it took some time to settle, and I was like, nah, that actually was pretty good. I just got into the series a little less than a year ago and didn't feel like I had to watch every episode before being able to watch. Good to know. It's working. Yeah, like this whole episode here, the only context that you would need to know before that we come into this episode, like all I need to show in the intro is I'm destroying a mountain in my hardcore world because I dug a river going all the way from out here to there. That's all the
Pleased to
and
meet
now I
you.
want to decorate because the cliffs are ugly. That's the whole context you need to get into this video. Outside of that, you don't really need anything else. Platinum Aether, thank you so much for coming to Sporter, dude. Appreciate it. So, like, it's pretty relatively easy to digest what's happening in the video here. Yeah, we're still digging. Don't worry, we'll be digging next week too. This video is a lot more time to finish this one than I thought it would be. I underestimated how long it would take to dig. I will own that one right now, and I'm paying the price, dude. Why don't you stream to Twitch? Read the pin message. Multi-stream broken. It's broke, dude. Joel, J-Bus is just being a stupid little troll. I know, yeah. How could I plan something creative? Ugh. Digging is what we will be doing. Digging, we shall. Why do you save all the stone? You must have millions. We do. We got about 2 million. Mostly because after I finish digging all these mountains, I'm never really going to want to dig stone again, and I got the shulker boxes to store it all in, so I might as well. And I have a rule where I don't want to ever make a cobblestone generator. There's so much stone in a Minecraft world that if I need extra stone, then like I need to go dig it. There's certain farms that I draw the line on that I won't make. I know I changed that up on tree farms recently in order to pull this project off, because otherwise there is zero way I could have made the deadline that I have for this project. So the tree farms became absolutely essential to this project being able to be completed. As someone who saw the first episode when it aired and binges the whole playlist every other month, I cannot wait to see how this world grows. You're killing it. Thank you, Allie. Is it Alex? Alex. Ah. Alex. Ah. Everyone boo J-Bus. Yeah, boo J-Bus. Boo. Hey, Singularity, welcome on in. Is Misadventure still going? There's a few people that are still actively playing on it semi-regularly. But I think for now, Misadventures, for a lot of people, has turned into a stream-only series. And even at that, not too many people have been super active on the stream side. I was chatting with a few of them yesterday, and I was kind of threw out the idea of getting a group meeting together just to see where people are at. And maybe that'll be something that we can get going in the next little while.
Hi, good morning.
Arcane Gaming, thanks so much. Welcome on in. The Streamlabs thing is apparently only a me thing. At least that's what Streamlabs is saying, but I'm kind of refusing to accept that. Because I also have a background in networking, and I really feel like I'm getting the support responses of, if we just tell this guy it's not our problem, maybe he'll go away. And it's just Streamlabs is giving a bunch of finger pointing as to where the issue's coming from and all that stuff, and they're saying it's a timeout request from my network provider and my ISP. And I went and talked to my ISP, and we tested a bunch of things and did like whole IP trace routes and everything while I was chatting with one of my ISP's engineers. And we were able to find that it's for some reason only when connecting to the Streamlabs Restream IP address that I need to use in order to use the Streamlabs Restream software. It's connecting through a company, a networking company that is based in Sweden, which when you're jumping to that IP address in Sweden from being in LA, is where the IP routes through. It goes down the West Coast, down to the LA, and then it jumps to Sweden. I don't quite understand why. That, you know, the routing would go from LA to Sweden.
I got to ride in a Dodge Viper SRT on my birthday 1 year, got burned by the door sill because of the exhaust running under it, and then also decided I wanted a yellow one growing up.
That's great. I'm glad I'm not alone in this one. I feel very justified. Childhood me is very happy right now. But I'm so sorry you got burned. That sucks. I mean, given the evidence, I'm well inclined to believe Streamlabs. Yeah. I mean, I don't think it's necessarily Streamlabs' fault. I will say that much. But I think it's a third-party system that they are using, that they have set up for their networking to get the signal throughout and everything for that, that is causing... There's an issue in the chain somewhere. And in my ISP basically said, yeah, there's nothing we could do other than find the company that owns it and report it to them saying that there's an outage. But if it's just you on our network suffering from it, we don't really, like, that's not big enough to report. They would just tell us to go away. So like, they were like, you need to tell the Streamlabs team that they're being routed through this, and then they need to get in contact with that company so that they can figure out why it's being routed through that network. And then Streamlabs' response was, yeah, that's outside of our scope. We don't work with networks. And I was like, but it's only your system routing through it. Nothing else I do connecting through IPs. I did so many random trace routes. Oh, hello. To different companies and different websites and things that are located near where the Streamlabs servers are located, and all of them came up totally fine. It did not touch this
Hello,
Swedish company.
Streamlabs is causing an issue. Could you switch to Stream Elements?
Yeah, Jordan, that is, I'm looking into an alternatives. So if I can find another system that will work and does not have this issue, I'm just dropping Streamlabs permanently. They've had too many issues for me over the last few years, and have... This is, I know I'm like sounding like really harsh on them and all of it, but Streamlabs has been one of those that like I feel like I've used forever. Like I've used them since I started streaming, and I think they're just falling out of the game. Like I think Streamlabs really is just like, they're kind of becoming behind the times, and also like for somebody who's been one of their customers for coming up on 9 years now, I feel very burned to just be kind of thrown to the side and saying, yeah, it's not our fault. So that's kind of my big, I'm definitely looking at alternatives now. I didn't have time to research before getting on stream today. Streamlabs, whenever I'm multi-streaming, we're getting dropped frames somewhere in the 10 to 20 minutes into a stream start, because we're getting a gateway timeout request when it's jumping different gateways to try and send the signal out. But then upon restarting, it's totally fine and stable for as long as I want to stream. So the last 3 streams, about 10 to 20 minutes into the stream, I've had to fully reboot the entire system and everything, and then it's worked totally fine. Like that's also another big red flag for me. I was like, why would a timeout not happen multiple times if it's from my ISP? Like, you think they would continually deny those requests and time it out? Like that's a part for me that's like a big red flag. I'm like, there's something fishy happening in here that is not being picked up on. Meld what Avid uses? Oh, I'll have to ask Avid. Eggs threw out a few ideas for me that I was gonna look into. But yeah, I just want to try a different solution, and then if it works, I'm just jumping to that, because I'm at the point where I don't really want to be fighting with the support team that obviously doesn't really want to help look into it in depth. fishy. It is a little fishy. Why does say you're not live on Twitch? Because I normally multi-stream. That's what we've been talking about. But the software I use for it is broken for me. So I can't multi-stream right now. Your favorite ice cream flavor? Honestly, I'm a big peanut butter ice cream fan. Or like a peanut butter or like a cookies and cream. Those are, I'm big on. I like those. But always like oat milk based ice cream. Definitely the best. Of the dairy free versions, oat milk ice cream is definitely the best. Coconut ice cream can be good, but sometimes I feel like it's a little too sweet. Where oat milk, I feel like gives that good, like, good consistency. Very ice creamy. Oh, excuse me. Okay, there's that. We got another snack on us.
Hey F-Whip. BTW, how was your day so far?
Not too bad. It's a little frantic. I feel like I got so much stuff on my to-do list today and not a lot of hours to do it, so I'm a little overwhelmed, but I'm good. Never heard of peanut butter ice cream? Oh, it's so good. We last summer got into making ice cream a lot at home, or 2 summers ago. We didn't do too much this last year. We were too busy. And we were doing like homemade peanut butter ice creams and stuff, and so good. Cookies and cream is definitely a safe bet no matter where you are, though. Cookies and cream or cookie dough. Brownie ice cream good, brownie's good too.
Hey Fwip. I remember you mentioning that you work with an editor now. I do too. What are some tips you have? Any softwares that can maximize product?
I'm not too sure how to answer that concisely. We use a platform called frame.io that's pretty good for sharing clips and things back and forth and doing editing notes. And then definitely be like working with a script and stuff, so that give them as much information as you possibly can. If you're just dropping footage on them, it's you need to be able to guide them to the vision that you want for the video, or you need to be okay with being hands off. But like, definitely if a good editor, you should always give room to work. An editor is there to enhance your videos, not just do your work for you. That's the biggest thing that I think a lot of people need to realize. So it's good to like guide them and give them guidance on like what your brand is and how your videos should be, but from there you should definitely give them the ability to add their own artistic flair on top of it, because if they're a good editor and they're good at what they do, they should be able to make your videos better than what you can do. So yeah, I just spend some time working out a workflow. Like before you dive in, definitely work on a workflow. Take extra time for the first video to really, really give a ton of notes and a ton of advice and things as you're going. Be really, really like on top of everything. But Eagle, thank you for the 33 months, dude. Appreciate it. I like how I've just been slowly avoiding this big like chunk in the middle of the mountain here that obviously is going to be the worst to tear down. I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it last. You give your flashback time lapses to Marcos already rendered. I render 99%. I basically am giving him set footage. We've had some times where he's done the flashback footage for me, but for the most part, it's pretty easy to get flashback footage. And it's also one of those where, unless you're really, really good on keeping notes of everything happening in it, there always is the realm of, if you are the person actively recording the footage and being there for the recording process and all of that, you are going to know more about where things happen in the footage than somebody who's looking at it fresh for the first time, even if you give like, oh, at this timestamp this happens. So you need to take that into account when you're working on different things of like, you can't just give them a 5-hour flashback file with no notes in it at all and no markers and say, yeah, just there's a house in there, go render it out. When in reality, you're probably like, yeah, it starts about the hour mark and I finish up the house about the 2.5-hour mark. And I know this happened about hour and 15, blah, 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 blah. So like, you gotta definitely, you can't just throw random stuff at somebody and expect them to do the best job ever. Like, you have to help them, especially if it's like an content creator working with an editor. Like, the more help you can give them, the more time efficient they can be, which means the less it's going to cost you if you pay hourly. And then also the better the product is going to be in the end. Have you watched Attack on Titan? I've seen season 1. I wasn't super into it. I'm one of those people that I will only watch an anime if there's an English dub. I'm one of those. Which I know for the true anime fans, that's so wrong, but I don't have the attention span to stare directly at a TV show going on, whatever it is, and read subtitles the whole time. I'm okay with subtitles being on the screen. My wife always has subtitles on when we're watching things, and now I'm so used to it that it's totally fine by me, but I do not like relying on subtitles to understand what's going on in it unless it's like a small section of the show. But if the entire thing, if the entire anime is subbed and does not have a dub to it, then I'm usually like, yeah, no, I'm not watching it. Which I think when I was watching Attack on Titan, I'm pretty sure it was subbed only. So I found it pretty early on. But I also don't watch a whole lot of anime, so there's definitely that to it also. Only watches Attack on Mountain. True. It does have an English dub now. Oh, okay. Good to know. Interesting thing today is that we're not multi-streaming. The viewers also didn't go up. So we're at pretty standard viewership numbers compared to what we get on just YouTube's first stream versus Twitch also. So either it's just a busy day for people or not a whole lot of extra people that were on for them. I know some people have said I'm here from Twitch, but no problem. Flip skin is Alex. Yeah, it's gonna stay like that. I am well aware. The Minecraft authentication servers have been having some struggles today. And when I booted up this morning, the skin servers were down. And then everything crashed. So if I closed Minecraft, I was not able to reopen it. Almost done with another section. Nope, we're down. Let's finish from here. All right. EA also had issues. I've had to contact support as a bunch of my games got removed. Oof. There have been so many tech issues in the last few weeks. There's just like some crazy outage stuff going on all over the place, it seems like. Cool. There's that. We'll just leave all that stone behind. Oh, lag. Because that is... everything from there over is dug out, which means we're making pretty good progress. We could come back and, like, just... honestly, we'll probably just take off the top layer. I need to go get more shulker boxes, though. Just got here. What's happening? Digging. Digging. Do I have a Halloween costume? No, not really. Actually, not really. Not at all. I don't really do Halloween. Halloween is probably one of my least favorite holidays. I'm happy for y'all to enjoy it. Like, go have fun, go have a great time. But, like, I'm good. It's not for me. Never really has been. We need to go get more shulker boxes. That's why it's so nice to have a calm stream to hide in. Are you moving through the water so smoothly? Aqua Affinity and Depth Strider. Yeah, I don't like using TNT dupers to clear areas. I'll use them in farms, because there's already a cost to it with a big bone meal thing, but I'm not a big fan of TNT dupers. Are you still here? You're still haven't despawned. What the heck, dude? Crazy statement. What was my statement? I don't remember. Must have been super crazy. Link couldn't log into his Minecraft account. He said, today I find that scary. Yeah, if you didn't have it installed before... oh, we need way more shulker shells. Oh, that I don't like Halloween. Yeah, no, that's fine. Not a Halloween fan. Said not a Halloween fan. Web is just scared of spooky stuff, so he pretends to be too cool for Halloween. You got it. That's exactly it. Yeah. Purple Mountain. Yeah, authentication servers are down, so you can't join any online server right now. We're gonna put 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 in here. And the rest are all going to get added to the stone side. So those two need to be filled. And then we're going to go... these guys are just going to go... yeah, we'll do another 5 on here. And we'll do... there we go. The mess continues to grow. Supporter servers back up. Oh, good. Use any over-the-ear headphones? If so, which ones do you recommend? I do not know. Over-the-ear headphones give me a big headache because I have a big head. I have tried so many different brands of over-the-ear headphones, and I have yet to find one that does not give me a headache within an hour, so I just use earbuds. I have tried so hard, dude. Or I just take the whole thing down by 3 blocks, because why not? So if I play offline, will my progress save or not? If you're playing locally, your progress will save. So if you're playing in your single player world, you are totally fine to play offline. You get a double chest so you can put away the full shulker chest. Because, I don't know, something about having a giant field of shulkers of all the blocks that I've collected. Sounds kind of cool for a video. It's not a great decision, but it's the decision. Almost to 900 likes. We're getting there. Appreciate y'all. Yeah, I keep like sitting forward. And then I'm like, why is my back hurt? And then later in the day, I'll be like, why is my back hurt? Majestic. No, don't move. Why are you moving? Okay, that works too, buddy. Majestic. He needed a screenshot. He's looking great. I'm gonna find that screenshot later and be like, why the heck did I take a screenshot here? What's our Y level at now? 120! 58 blocks to go down. We're getting there, chat. Logitech Pro X headphones are pretty comfortable for me and my big head. I also wear glasses. Yeah, I think what, like temples, like right here, like in front of your ears, are really sensitive to pressure. So I have yet to find a headphone that doesn't like put pressure there. Like my head is just like, I think my head's also just like really sensitive to pressure in general. So yeah, I tend to not go for over-ear headphones. I also don't really care to wear them too much. I kind of like earbuds. I really enjoy earbuds over headphones. I don't like to be fully locked in. I like to still be able to hear kind of what's around me, especially when it comes to recording everything. I've had over-ear headphones before, and I feel like I've just started yelling into the microphone so much more than not, because I'm like, I can't hear myself speak as well because I'm kind of noise canceling them. How can you see day counter in F3? I can't. You have to turn it back on in the new one. So you have to go into here and you have to hit F3, whatever, F3, F6. And then you can get it. Redhead thing? Maybe. Wouldn't be surprised. We redheads have so many unique things about us that are so super fun. Every time you gotta go get any medical procedure, gotta tell them, hey, just a reminder, I'm a redhead. Anesthesia and numbing stuff doesn't work as well on us. I had to get a cavity filled once, and the dentist was like, no, that's not true. That's such a fake thing. And like was not, and I was like the closest I've ever been to just being like, stop, just I will go find a new dentist to fix this. But like obviously they're already midway, but oh god, it was so painful.
Bye Flip, have a nice streams. I'm going to sleeps.
Ninja, have a good night. Thanks so much for hanging today, appreciate it as always. Warm cow ranch when? Ooh, I really want to do one soon. I need to find a spot to bring the warm cows in. I also need to find a spot to bring the warm and cold pigs. I feel like the woolly pigs need a space. We definitely need a space for them soon. Yeah, Galaxy Stardust, I definitely can understand that side too. There's definitely a lot of people who really, really benefit from over-the-ear headphones. Wait, that's a real thing? Oh yeah, no, redheads, it's a very real thing. If you have red hair, like, anesthesia, there's a big chance that it is not as effective on you and that it wears off more quickly. I mean, obviously, I'm not a medical professional, so, like, don't take what I say as 100% true, but, like, it's definitely a thing. But obviously, go talk to your medical professional providers before saying, so this Minecraft YouTuber told me. I don't want to get in trouble for that. Oh, Country Bell, that sounds terrible. Yeah, there's also certain things that redheads are more commonly allergic to. And then there's a lot of weird quirks that come along with having red hair that I don't know is consistent across any other hair type. They put you under for wisdom teeth removal? Wisdom teeth removal, yeah. I got all 4 wisdom teeth removed, so I went fully under for that one. But for cavities and whatnot, no, that's just local. I know that numbing stuff doesn't work out well on me. I had red hair as a kid, but not anymore. Yeah, maybe that's it. I don't know. Super fun medical stuff, you know? All super fun. I feel like the only thing that I'm getting from, like, everybody posting their stuff in chat right now is that, like, which is very much a true thing, is that, like, so many people out there have went through so many different things that, like, just is not talked about. And, like, some of that stuff is, like, so taboo that, like, people are like, oh, I can't share this, I can't share this. Like, this is, oh, people are gonna feel bad for me or down on me or something. And it's like, no, like, everybody out there has some medical something that they're going through. And, like, just being able to have that, like, group of people that you can rely on to, like, kind of be a home base for you is, like, and, like, where you can share that stuff and not feel judged and just get support, I feel like can be so huge for anybody. I know our inventory's way full right now, but I don't really care. It's fine. We don't need all. We're gonna just go back every time a pickaxe fills, or is every time a pickaxe fails. That's when we'll go refill or empty all this stuff. There's all of that. There's that. Ooh, we're making progress. Look at us go. Alright, we're gonna, well, we've been going for a little over 2 hours today, so we've been doing probably exactly 2 hours of digging. I'm really loving that this is just wide open in here. Not loving that this is wide open in here. That was one block. Just fell through the one block space. Oh, that's funny. Gotta keep my line straight now. Do you think the new parched mob? I think the new parched mob is really cool. And I think the camel husk is really cool. And that the regular husks can now have spears and spawn on them. I feel like that's going to be a cool one to find in the desert. Like, that's something that I think is potentially going to be really difficult for people to fight based off of how good the mob AI is with the spear. I think there's a big chance for the parched on top of a camel husk to be a player killer. I think that thing's got potential to take people out. I'm really curious because that comes with arrows of weakness on the parched. So if the parched is just constantly hitting you with arrows of weakness and then you're getting hit by a spear, dude, you're gonna take a lot of damage. That's a spicy combo. I'm definitely curious to see how well that plays out because that's gonna be, depending on how often they spawn, which I think is gonna be pretty rare. That's going to be a lot of damage output. I think they're going to be more dangerous than a skeleton horse. Like a single skeleton horse with a rider, I think is going to be more dangerous than a... granted, skeleton horse always spawn in groups of 4, so... there's definitely the difference there, but... Realms popped up. Are we so back? Pig says we're so back. Husk Camel? Yeah, Husk Camels got announced in the snapshot yesterday. So there's now going to be a zombie camel that is like a husk. It doesn't burn in the light. So it doesn't burn in sunlight. And then it also... it spawns with a husk with a spear riding it in the front seat, and the back seat of the camel is a parched, which is a new skeleton that can spawn in the desert. That is a husk variant, so a desert variant, so it also does not burn in the sun, and it fires weakness arrows. Like the bogged will fire poison arrows, and the whatchamacallit in the icy place. What are those? Strays. And those fire slowness arrows. So now there's 3 types of arrows that'll automatically fire from a skeleton. Which the weakness one, I feel like that somebody's gonna leverage that really well. Okay, it's time to go repair everything. Somebody's gonna leverage that on a farm for sure. Especially a farm for how you can cure zombie villagers and things. The zombie camel, if you haven't seen it, let me pull up the snapshot. Where? It might be pretty far up. If you haven't seen the picture of them, they are pretty cool. Well, here, Amanda Lynn shared this one in the Discord, so y'all can just see this. Where can I open a browser? That'll work. I can make it bigger. Yeah, this is the new guys coming in. So this is the camel. That's the camel, very zombified camel, and then it adds the husk, which that looks like a stone or an iron spear. And then you got the parched in the back, which I think the skin for the parched is really cool. It's very giving mummy. So poor pig is definitely wondering what is happening in his mountain gnome. He's like, I spent my whole life climbing this mountain to reach the top, and now you're removing it. So yeah, credit to Mandolin for sharing this one. What a duo. I know, they did a really good job with it. I think it's really cool. What was it? This guy? Yes. And yes. Okay. Okay. We're paused. We'll go repair. Kind of love the part. I would really hope that they called it a mummy. I think a mummy to me is a melee fighter. Like, I don't see a mummy with a bow. So I definitely think like it has a mummy appearance, but I don't think the name mummy, unless we're calling it mummy dearest. But I don't think mummy works well in terms of like the RPG and like general game knowledge implications of like what a mummy that you fight against does. To me, that's either like a spellcaster or like a melee fighter. I don't see them ever as something holding a bow that they can fight with.
The shulker monster gets bigger every stream, lol.
Yes, it do. It do be like that sometimes. Don't worry, this shulker monster in here, because we haven't finished the farm yet, still also pretty big. Dude, look at all that glass. Oh, look at all that blackstone. Oh, that netherrack. Dude, we gotta finish this farm soon. That's the wrong one. Bam, bam. We'll repair that guy. You get bam, 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 bam. And fill up the rest of the slots with pork. Okay. Welcome. Have you considered making a shulker monster home? No, the goal is to put them into chests eventually. I don't want them ever just sitting out because they add a lot of lag. Ramses used a bow on a chariot. Yeah, but that was before he was a mummy. Something tells me when your hands are all wrapped and your entire body in bandages and cloths and everything, it's probably a little bit more difficult to... A little bit more difficult to use a bow. I didn't put the wings on. Minecraft is back up. You go, yeah, I'm on Minecraft. I'm good. I don't need to swap the skin. We can rep the Alex skin today. We're vibing. It's fine. Did you get rid of the turtles in the cave? No. How would I get rid of the turtles in the cave? What, you think I'm gonna go through the effort of getting them out of there? No, they live there now. They decided to relocate back into a cave instead of living in the ocean I put them in. They live where they want now. They said, I don't want to live in the ocean. I want to live inland. You also need a petition for pocket sand. Just use sus sand. Ugh. If I know I don't have my skin, I have such a hard time playing. I have a really hard time recording. I'm fine streaming on it because that isn't as big. But recording when my skin isn't working, I feel like I'm like, yeah, this is wrong. Something's wrong. I'd say a lack of back muscle is a bigger problem for doing archery than being wrapped in cloth. True, probably. Fine, bring like logic into this. Ugh. Y'all with your logic over there. Soon they're gonna evolve into weird pale cave turtles. Wouldn't that be fun? And then they might find a rat to train them. They'll be ninjas. Let's go, Alex! Woo, Alex! Killing it! Oh. That was the sword that repaired. A desert drop. Yeah, it was a desert temple variant with a mummy mini boss on par with Elder Guardians or Warden. Could call it Deserted Depths. Maybe all palm trees and oasis biome too. There's a lot that you could do in the desert in Minecraft. I really think that it needs an overhaul. You can just use a crossbow. Do you not realize how hard it is to load a crossbow? You have to have so much strength to pull that thing back. To lock it in. Who is this farm designed by? It's called the Whiskey Train. I'm not sure who exactly designed it. The video I watched, it was by Strom, I think it was. And they mentioned somebody else had designed it. They were just making a showcase video on it, but they had like put together a bunch, or they had kind of designed it along with somebody else, but they like piecemealed a bunch of different farms of aspects of different things together for it. But then it's kind of like you have to make it unique based off of the Wither skeleton, or based off the Nether Fortress layout that you have, because you have to put all the spawning platforms in very specific points. So it's not like there's just like a, oh, just go build it all exactly here. It varies based off of every Wither skeleton, or based off of like where you have the skeleton spawning. You have to change, but that just comes into where the minecarts are like tracking through and how you get them there and back. And but the platforms and everything it's just kind of like a kit where you build it and place it where you need. The way bows are in Minecraft would be incredibly hard to pull back as well. True, probably. How are you? Yep, I'm pretty good. Even with muscles, how does Alex punch down a tree? Because Alex is jacked. They're so strong. They can also carry a few metric tons of gold. So, you know, they're so incredibly strong. You can never doubt Alex. Yeah, true. That's true, Dominic. That is true. I found your channel through Mog Swamp's side of SOS and gone through all the hardcore playlists since. Thanks, dude. Thanks, Gwendolyn. Good to have you. I was chatting with Mog about SOS yesterday. Funny, both of us were like, SOS was such a good series, but both of us also were like, but it didn't really get as many views as we were really hoping it would. We get a spoiler for 1K likes today. I literally don't have a spoiler. All I've been doing for the past 3 days that I've been playing Minecraft is digging. Like, since we streamed on Monday, all I have literally done in Minecraft is log in and dig. I haven't even logged into the creative world at all. Hey, thanks for hanging. You have a good day at work. We're also at 111111111 viewers. 1111. 11111. We're also almost done here. Are we just gonna... Are you gonna mention that Alice's arms are also just under 20 centimeters wide? Really? I guess that's a meter. Yeah, I never thought about that. What's your best farm? Probably this one. Gives unlimited bones, unlimited coal, unlimited wither skeleton skulls, unlimited stone swords, and unlimited, most importantly, experience. Oh, the wrong tag, Mandolin. So close. Okay, I should have turned that off a while ago. We gotta sit here for a second while it all cools down. They'll start self-murdering, so we can put everything back. I do feel kind of bad wasting them. Like, I should definitely be... Can't waste all of it. I gotta get back up to my 250 levels, so we might as well just kill them all. Wait for it to come back in. Oh, the last track's coming in. Limited stone swords are a hot commodity, thank you. Just kidding, we actually throw them all directly into the trash. The stone swords all end up going... Oh, we stopped it. No, the coal! It's gonna despawn! But yeah, all the stone swords just go right into the fire. Everything else, though, is right down in here. It gets auto-crafted into blocks. And this gets auto-crafted into coal blocks. And these are all of our wither skelly skulls. So I'd say that farm's pretty useful. And it's not even fully operational yet. I could have sworn that magma cube was a wither for a second. The way those three heads were over there all looking at me, I was like, how did a wither get here? But we need to put a third layer on the back section and this whole section here in order to finish it.
It's Blue Tree Day.
Blue Tree Day. Aries, thanks so much for the 3 years at tier 2. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I really do appreciate that. Yeah, that takes about 10 minutes to repair 10 fully enchanted netherite tools. So it's about a tool a minute. And that includes the warm-up and cooldown time of the farm, so I feel like it's pretty dang good. Overflowing coal, yeah. Would you consider yourself a loot goblin? A little bit. I'm definitely a material hoarder. I don't like to lose stuff. I don't really like to let it despawn all that often until I get into a situation like this where I'm overflowing with stone. Yep. We back at it again. Out. I don't really need the light matica on, like we know we need to take all of this down, but whatever. How do you get rid of the ring around you when you use Voxy? I don't know what you mean by the ring. Like where it's a difference in the shading. You just gotta mess with your fog settings. Or if you're using a fog mod like simple fog control, it could be causing it. Most likely, if I had to guess, that's what it is. never left. True. Always digging. I think we'll probably finish this layer. And then I need to make some errand runs and whatnot, so. Have you played the new Pokemon game? I have not. I always kind of thought it was kind of bleh, but then Ollie was saying yesterday that it's really good, so. I didn't realize that it's like real-time combat and not turn-based anymore, so that's kind of a cool evolution for Pokemon as a series to go into that. Or back into that, because I think there's a few other games that play like that. What did I leave on the ground here? Andesite. I want andesite. Yeah. How far along are we? I saw last time's VOD, but it seems a lot farther now. Yeah, I spent all day yesterday digging, so I cut everything. I finished that entire back edge, and then today we finished everything from there, so it's just this big chunk in the middle left. First live, welcome on in. We're very chill vibes on the live streams, especially when we got a lot of digging stuff going on like this today, so just kind of yapping and chilling, but welcome on in. A lot of yapping, a lot of chilling. Oh, Minecraft AI. You think it's worth it? I'll let you know when this place is done. Ask me then. So far, in the point that I'm at right now, I'm a little like, I don't know. But when it's done, and we can say, this is Minecraft. And it doesn't look like Minecraft anymore because it's all custom. Then I could be very, very different about how worth it is. I use TNT dupers because I don't like TNT duping. I think you lose a lot of connection to the world you're playing in when you start to use machines and tools to really speed up a whole lot of what you're doing, especially when it comes to like clearing land and doing all that side of stuff for big terraforming projects. I feel like there's a big reason why I get like so much enjoyment after the fact of looking back at what I've done is because I know how much effort went into making the thing. And then it feels a lot more rewarding. Granted, I also am in a position where even though this is taking a lot of time and we've been at it for a while, I can make the time for it because I'm a full-time content creator. For all of you who are just playing Minecraft for fun in your own worlds, doing your own thing, 100%, if you have a project that you want to do and you can't do it unless you have to make them tear down an entire mountain, just TNT dupe and get it done. If you're like so like, yeah, I'll never do that project unless I do this. Whatever's going to make you enjoy the world more, do that. I have the time and ability, because this is my full-time job, to put more hours into it and have some of these bigger absurd projects that probably aren't the most intelligent thing to be doing, but we're doing them. So I think that's important to take into account. You can use the pickaxe's flying TNT duper and flying machine. So you, yeah. Well, yeah, we're actually using flying machine right now. I remember when I named those and shared it in a video. I had somebody calling me insensitive for making fun of the redstone community for naming my pickaxe flying machine. I was like, what? How? What? I apparently was making fun of the accomplishments the Redstone community has developed by not using a flying machine. Like, okay, that's a take. That is definitely a take. You've earned yourself the credit of having one take. I also don't hate just digging streams. These are kind of fun just to chill with y'all and not have like a crazy expectation of doing something absurd. Just chill and chat. Alright, mobs definitely spawn up here, so. How long you been in this world? Almost 4 years. Yeah, sorry mumbo jumbo poo poo. I'll try and be more respectful to the Minecraft community and especially the Redstone community, like creators like Mumbo Jumbo. It'd be that's so insensitive to call something a flying machine. Mumbo Jumbo poo poo. You're so right. He's so insensitive to use somebody's name or a name of something insensitively. I need my Twitch emotes here for a proper response. Hopefully it'll be back next week. I'm out of town this weekend though, so I don't know how much of that time I'll be able to spend researching stuff. It'll really depend on when we get back home on Sunday, if I have time to set up all the new stuff or not. Make a mob switch? Nah. Hey, a full world mob switch that's loaded in at any given time. Just play peaceful. I think when things like the Nether are so annoying for mob spawning and there's so much impact that can be had on your build that is out of your control, like a gas can just spawn and then shoot a fireball at you and blow up something you're working on and there's zero time to react for it. I think a Nether mob switch for a region of the Nether, if you have like a big build area, I think something like that is a-okay. And I'm leaning towards making one in the Nether city that we're working on. Like, I want to build it in the tree. So inside of the middle of the big white tree that we built in the Nether, I think I'm going to install a mob switch in there. I haven't quite figured out what route I want to go for said mob switch. I think I want to do zombie villagers just because they're probably the easiest to get a hold of and deal with. But yeah, so I think that's going to be the bet in there, but that'll open up a lot more detailing opportunities where everything doesn't need to be slapped on top of, and we can actually have like walkable, buildable space that we can really design some cool stuff for in the Nether. I think it'll lend to the city being a lot cooler if we do that. How many days are you on? 11,562. You could add a mob to the Minecraft world. What kind of mob would you want? I really want there to be more ambiance in Minecraft, and I feel like we could do that pretty easily with a lot of just like overworld passive mobs, like deer or just birds or stuff like that. Like, I feel like keep cows and chickens. Chickens can kind of exist anywhere, but I'd say like keep cows to like plains biomes and savanna biomes and like snowy biomes, but then like in the forest, instead of having cows spawn, maybe deer spawn. And I think something like that could be kind of cool, because like it's nice now that we have the variants of cows and sheep and chickens, but in reality you're wandering around your Minecraft world and all you see in the overworld is cows, sheep, and chickens of different variants, and occasionally dogs, like occasionally wolves, and then the occasional fox. And I think like seeing a fox in a taiga biome to me makes me feel like, oh, I'm in a taiga forest right now. Like, that is really cool. You don't get that feeling with really any other mobs out there. Maybe wolves, maybe. And goats, you know, you're in the mountains because you see goats all over the place. Like, those are pretty cool. So I feel like we need more ambience for the forests. I feel like forests could definitely benefit from like little Tweety birds flying around, or some sort of like a deer or something like that. Pigeons would be cool for a city. Thank you for 1,000 likes, y'all, but I really meant what I said earlier. I literally do not have a spoiler for y'all. I've only been playing Minecraft since the last few streams, and I've only been digging. The only time I've spent in this game has been digging out this mountain. Armadillo. Yeah, armadillos, I feel like they're so small, so you don't really see them that much. But I also don't play in savannas often, so I don't really see them much out there. And then you got frogs and swamps. Like, frogs and mangrove swamps are cool, but they should also spawn in regular swamp biomes, I think. You have a spoiler? I literally don't have a spoiler now. Not even like, I don't want to go over there. Like, there's nothing that I've been working on that y'all don't know about. Without just like some random stuff that has never made it anywhere. So I don't really want to share them because they're not ready to be shared. Schnurr? How do we get Schnurr? There are also pandas. True, pandas in bamboo forests, and ocelots, and axolotls down in lush caves. But like, I don't know. I feel like forests in general in Minecraft are really dated. I think that's something that's a pretty consistent one for me, is that I consistently feel like forests just don't have much to them outside of the tree type. Did we show spoiler from earlier? What did I spoil earlier? I can't remember. Oh, that was in the creative world. I don't want to go back into there. I can't log out. I would lose my time lapse. Yeah, I'm gonna change the pickaxe right now. Llamas, yeah. I feel like llamas don't spawn that much. What was that spoiler I shared? I can't. Oh yeah. I have like a cool washed out section on the landscape. Pigeons also have a chance to drop diorite. That would be so funny. I don't think Mojang would do that, but that would be really funny. Are you planning to build anything on the cliff? Yeah. So where that orange rectangle is over by the shulker monster that you might have seen in the schematic is going to be a big build eventually. It's gonna be a big like museum for the world where I want to create like pedestals and altars and have like a place where I can like showcase stat accomplishments that we've had in the world, and kind of have them in their own little space to shine. Instead of having to like come in here and be like, oh, how many blocks have we mined? Okay, 4 million with a pickaxe. That's cool. Like, I want to have like these pillars that are going to be decorated based off of how many stuff that I've mined or placed or mob kills or something like that. So that once we have like, it'll be pretty empty on the interior at first. It'll have like base locations for pillars. And then as soon as a pillar gets... It's like as soon as a block hits 1 million blocks mined or placed or 1 million uses of a tool, then it gets a pedestal in the building. And so as we exist in the world longer and get farther up there on different stats and things, the first tier, once it has a pillar, it's just going to be there with an iron block at the base of it. And then once we get up to like 2 million, it'll get a gold block. 4 million or 3 million will get like a... Or no, we'll go 1 million, 2.2 million, 5 million, 7.5 million, and 10 million, I think is what I've ended up deciding on. I keep jumping around on it, but it's going to go iron, gold, emerald, diamond, netherite. And so if I ever hit 10 million blocks mined, so like 10 million with a netherite pickaxe, there'll be a netherite pickaxe sitting on top of it, and I have the armor stand mod, so I can like have them actually like floating on there. And then it'll have a netherite block underneath it to mark it, and then with like the date that it was achieved on, as long as we remember which date it was achieved on. Greek style with big pillars. I'm not too sure the style of the building yet. That's the other part that I'm struggling with. Love the concept. I think it's gonna be really cool. I think it's gonna be a really cool way to memorialize the world and really showcase what we've done in like a tangible way that you can really grasp and see everything, which is cool. Why does Bane of Arthropods do much more damage to bees? Because I think it does to all bugs, and bees are bugs in Minecraft. I don't know if they are IRL or not. But it also works on silverfish too. And endermites, I think. It'd be cool to add mob kills too, with a mob or a mob head represent in the stats area. So mobs are going to be a little bit different. They're going to be carved out into a cavern below it. And once we hit 50,000 kills on a certain mob, we're going to actually start building out a mob zoo. And they're all going to get their own little cave where they can live in with like a big glass wall at the front so that we can see inside of it. And once it hits 50,000, we're going to put a mob in there. And so we're going to build this whole big like underground hallway, and we're have different quadrants on it where each is going to have its place inside. But I don't think we have 50,000 on any mob yet. Oh, Enderman. So, well, we can't really put an Enderman in. I guess we could put an Enderman in a boat. He can just kind of chill in a boat in there. Silverfish, we can put in a room because we just don't put stone around it. And they're actually really easy to get now because you just need to damage something with a silverfish potion on it, infested potion. Wither skeletons are almost up there, so we'll have to transport a wither skeleton to the overworld. We get a mob stat reveal. Yeah, there you go. Just scroll through all of it. You can go back in the stream if you want to look. How long do you usually stream? About 3 hours. We're gonna finish off this layer, then I gotta go. I gotta run to the grocery store to get stuff for dinner tonight, and then I've got some other chores and stuff I need to do to close out some things before I go to town. We don't have any gravel. You just take this all back a little bit, and then I'll dig out the gravel on the ground, so that's just done. And before he does 50k wardens, nah, I don't. No part of me really cares about killing a warden, ever. I feel like the hype of fighting wardens and everything is so far gone that like there's just no point in doing it. That wouldn't give you any street cred for a video or anything like that. Wardens were like hyped up when they first came out in the hardcore community of being like, I beat the most difficult thing ever in the game. And like, sure, cool, fun, blah, yeah, fun, great, and then now it's kind of just like, wardens just kind of exist in the deep dark. I was expecting bits of the mountain to be staying in this layer. No, it's coming down far. We got a long ways down to go. Oh, asking for it to go. Oh, yeah, I could do that. I'm just so into the pink mode now that it looks desaturated like this. There's this gray, just locked in on the pink everything. Oh, we can turn it off. Mumbo jumbo poo poo. I feel like you got to do a lot of like self-thought here about who you want to be as a person in life. Because you seem like you got a little bit of stuff going on that you might want to spend a little time thinking about. Did you join Hermitcraft? Yeah, I'll be on tomorrow. No, before anybody starts being like, what? No. No, I'm really happy in single player. I really enjoy what I do. Also, Hermitcraft is an invite-only thing. I would have to get invited to be a part of it, and no invite has come through that I'm aware of. But I also think I don't really love how much Hermitcraft takes over channels. I have so much respect for all of the hermits, and so many of them are such good friends of mine. But it definitely seems like once you're on Hermitcraft, all you do is Hermitcraft. And I don't want to not play in this world. So I feel like having to find whatever that balance would look like for me is like, I don't think I would like that. I feel like finding that balance, nobody really does it well. The only one who does it semi-well is Etho. But everybody else on Hermitcraft, like Joel, finally a year and a half after joining Hermitcraft, uploaded another video from his hardcore world in their break now. And as soon as Hermitcraft starts up, I'm guessing he's not going to be uploading in his hardcore world anymore. You also have B-Dubs has his single player series, and you get like maybe once every 2 months an upload when Hermitcraft is going on, whereas Hermitcraft's not been going on right now, and he's been putting out weekly videos from it. So yeah, I don't know. I feel like that idea of fully committing to an SMP, and so many people like are fully set in on that being their brand. I don't know how I really feel about that one. That'd be something that I would need to spend a lot of time thinking about. I love the idea of being a part of SMPs, but every time I'm thinking about that, and then it comes really, really hard for me to actually put in the time and energy needed to like be a solid member of an SMP. To the point, even like ones that I've run, like Misadventures. Empire Season 1 was, I think, the last SMP that I like spent more time in the SMP than I spent in the single player world I had going on at the time. Even Empire Season 2, that was when we were still in this world, early days of this world, I'm pretty sure. And I spent a lot more time in here than I spent in Empire Season 2. Name is Chestplate Hermitcraft, so you can say I'm in Hermitcraft. No, do you know how many people would be so upset at me if I did that? They'd be like, you're just making fun of it. Nah. I'm okay answering those questions every once in a while. I will also definitely give sassy remarks about them every once in a while too, because it is such a commonly asked question, which I also genuinely, I feel like it's one of those things where people who ask me if I would join Hermitcraft are doing it out of a way of they enjoy the content I produce, and they also enjoy the content that the Hermits produce, and they want to see me be on there because they think I would mesh well into the group. That's like my understanding of most of what people say, which like in reality is really sweet for people to say that. But then when you get that 100 times over, and it's the most commonly asked question pretty much of any Minecraft YouTuber that's not on Hermitcraft, it does get a little draining of being like, why do people want that instead of what I'm doing already, is kind of the way that it starts to come across as when you hear every single day of, why aren't you on this series? It's like, well, what? I'm doing this series right now. Is this one not cool too? So I think that's that's definitely the realm where I definitely get into like the more sassy response side of all of it, of being like, no man, like I got this going on. I don't need to join that. And also, it very much comes in with like that is once you're in there, like that's a full commitment to anything and everything. There hasn't been a single person that's joined Hermitcraft that has successfully balanced something that is not Hermitcraft. So, yeah, that's my thoughts on it. I hate not seeing videos from this world. Yeah, I don't. That's also something that I feel like would take away so much of so many people who really fell in love with my channel and helped me get to the point that I'm at now. I feel like I'm kind of just dropping them, going off to do something else, to embrace a new community. I think Mumbo does decently on his split. Mumbo even said in his last video he's basically retired. And his redstone videos take him probably 3 hours to make. His Hermitcraft videos take him 2-3 days to make.
You can't really make a lot of long-term projects, and in my opinion, these long-term projects make your world so special.
Yeah, I don't really like seasonal game either.
For a long time. Love your builds.
Like the Minecraft early game is fun, but also I really like the Minecraft late game. Unfortunate. Nah, Mumbo deserves to retire. That man has put in so much to help the Minecraft community and built such a cool brand around himself and what he does. Like, that man deserves to go climb every mountain in the world that he wants to go climb. If he's moved on to a different phase in life and he's not doing YouTube as much anymore because he's made it so well that he has the opportunity to do that, 100% he deserves to go do that. I think at that point, if you've made it to the point where you're doing YouTube for fun again, like you start out YouTube and you're doing it for fun, and then you become a full-time creator and you start doing YouTube to pay the bills and make a living and do all that to try and keep all that going and everything in there, because usually people that get into YouTube full-time are like, yeah, I don't really want to go back to a normal office job. That doesn't sound as fun as this. And so you get to this point where then YouTube goes from being a hobby to being a full-time job. And if you can be one of the rare creators that can turn that YouTube back into purely just being a hobby, like Mumbo's been able to, because he's been so successful at it and he's built such a cool community, like that is something that fully deserves to have that point. Like he gets to spend his life doing whatever he wants, really, and just exploring and picking up so many other hobbies and everything. And like the man got into doing film production and all that because he was interested in it. Like that's so cool. Like that's so inspirational, just from like a point of being able to like live life the way that you want to. I feel like Mumbo's definitely like doing that well, which is cool for him. I 100% support him going to semi-retirement. Do you get people coming up to you in public? I've had a few people come up to me to say hi. Nothing too crazy though, but if y'all are nice about it, I don't mind. You can definitely come up and say hi. Always happy to take a photo or just chat and talk or something like that. Just kind of like a read the room type moment is what I ask for. And then outside of that, I don't know. I just ask people to be respectful of me and my time. But I totally understand that if I saw somebody that I thought was really cool and wanted to walk up to them and say hi, and I feel like that's something that I can help give people a lot of really cool positive experiences if they follow my content enough to where they're like, be like, oh my god, I recognize that person on the street. I know that's Fwip. Like, please, like, you're more than welcome to come up and say hi. I just ask people to be nice and not be like weird about it. I'm building this awesome volcano, which is 1.5 million blocks, which is my biggest project by far. I'm destroying a mountain, and I've broken 2 million blocks so far. Let's race to see who gets their mountains done. No, just kidding. Good luck, though. That's a big volcano. 1.5 million blocks for a build. That's a lot of blocks. 1.5? Like it occupies an area of that, or is like that's the pure service level? regardless, that's a big build. I think I'd be too scared going up to anyone. Fair. Ooh, that was close. Thank you. Good thing we went to mine and dirt. I wasn't even paying attention. Hee hee. Hee hee. Hee hee ha ha. I was at a wedding a while ago, and I was talking to the groomsmen and the photographer to get everybody to like laugh and have like natural smiles for photos. Just kept saying the entire time, okay, give me your hee hee ha ha. And like every single time it caught everybody off guard. Like people were just laughing and smiling about it. And it's one of those that instead of the photographer being like, give me big smiles, it was just like, okay, hee hee ha ha time. It was just like so good. so good. And it's been stuck in my head since. And every time I'm just like, hee hee ha ha. Yeah, thank you for the pickaxe reminder. That definitely would have been a number 3. I was trying to read too much of chat. I wasn't paying attention. Have a human-like interaction, not a fan interaction, if you know. Yeah, I think it's okay to fan a little bit. Like, I think that's fine. I don't think being a fan is necessarily bad. I don't think you have to be like, okay, play it cool. Play it super cool. Like, you don't need to do that. But it's okay to be excited about things, and it's okay to share your excitement with other people around you. I think that's a part of being human. Just, don't be like the TikTok prankers or whatever. Like, oh my god, it's this person, I'm gonna go mess with them. Like, don't do that. That's with anybody in life, though. Or like there were at TwitchCon, there was all the issues that now they're even talking about potentially banning IRL streaming at TwitchCon next year. Because a bunch of IRL streamers were going in the partner lounge or the where, content creators are supposed to be able to go, like Twitch streamers, where they can relax and they don't have to worry about things. And then you had other streamers who were IRL streaming were just walking up to people in there and asking like the most absurd questions to catch people off guard to try and get like clip farm for their own stream and stuff. And it was apparently very, very bad for quite a few people, especially like the big name creators that were kind of just like chilling in the back private areas between meet and greets and stuff. We're just getting barraged by tiny creators who had access to those areas that were just like running up to them and shoving a camera in their face and asking them to answer things. I think I'd also be scared that I got the wrong person. The photographer was ingenious for real for that. Yeah. They were professional. I think she was Ukrainian too, so she had a fairly strong accent. And it was just like, it was even better. You get so good at building, your builds are amazing. A lot of time spent practicing. Not gonna get better overnight by not doing anything. You gotta practice, you gotta try out things, you gotta fail, gotta get back up, gotta try something else. Probably fail again, and get back up and try something else. I wait until he talked to confirm. I feel like I'm pretty easy to spot with like just looking for the type of glasses and all that. But I could definitely be like, is it? I don't know. Is it? I don't know. Okay, we're getting through it. I think this is like almost just this pickaxe. Might be a little bit of a second. I was hoping to refresh a bunch. It's been pretty stable. It might be, I don't know. I did just drop like 80 viewers though, so. Are Minecraft servers down again? They came back up. I don't know if they're down. You planning to dig the whole mountain? Pretty much. This chunk that we're in right now needs to come down to about Y level 60, and we are at Y level 120 right now, so we got another 60 blocks to go down. But it starts to skinny up, and like we've already planned out the landscape underneath, so I'm like carving out what is needed until we reach that point, and we got some holes like this, which are very nice to not have to dig those blocks. Here's what I thought I was paused. What's your favorite thing to build? I really like landscaping. I think building landscapes in Minecraft are super fun. And trees. I'm not the best at building trees. I really want to spend more time learning how to build better trees and like get back into that practice again. Like I really loved that little mini social media series I was doing of the tree a day. Like I had a lot of fun with that, but it's just that was taking an hour and a half of every single day, and it was great during January when I didn't really have anything else going on, so I could put that hour and a half in, because other than that I was only really streaming 2-3 hours a day and taking the time off otherwise. So I was able to fill that time in, but yeah, maybe I might try and do that again in January. We'll see. I'm a bit busy for this January though, so won't have as much free time. Stream lagging? I'm not seeing any lag on my side. The reason why you don't use TNT dupers or just yeah, I find TNT dupers, call them cheaty, call them whatever you want. I find the big thing about TNT dupers is they make me not really feel attached to the world that I'm working in, which can definitely add to the side of like burnout for me. And also I find it's hard to really get a good grasp of what you're clearing out with a TNT duper. Like, I feel like you tend to over clear a lot with TNT dupers, and then you kind of have to fill in everything from there. Whereas this, we can be very particular about exactly what we're clearing. Granted, this takes more time, but I also feel like it helps me be a lot more attached to the project that I'm working on and feel a lot more like, okay, this is like a thing that I'm doing. This is what we're working on. And then I can look back at it and be like, yeah, I did all of that.
Pleased to meet you.
Watching while asleep. Thank you for becoming a member. Good job rolling over and clicking that join membership button. Excellent job sleeping. 10 out of 10 sleep. You know what the January project will be? Probably snow layers on the mountains, if I had to guess, to be honest. I gotta figure out like some mini projects to do in December. I think in December I want to do the either the Foliage University interior in the cave system, or I need to do the mountain behind the Foliage University. I think one of those I need to finish. It's not about the destination, it's about the dig. Exactly. Rude. Sounds like a bit of work. Yep. I've already got projects sorted, crazy to say, through the end of November, though. So, like, I know what I've got going on through the end of next month. Because I'm probably not uploading Thanksgiving week. Just because U.S. Thanksgiving is always on a Thursday. And I kind of have a rule for myself where I don't upload on U.S. holidays. Just because a lot of my viewership is U.S. based. And so I'm just kind of shooting myself in the foot by uploading on a day where a lot of people are probably busy with family and friends. I know there's definitely some folks who like to kind of chill at home and have some content to watch, but or are doing that, but I feel like that's something where, like, maybe I would stream in the morning or something, but outside of that, I like to have a little bit of a break for myself too around those holidays. There we go. There is another 3 blocks down. Woo! 123 down to 120. Will the other mountain projects get started by the end of the year? I'm gonna finish this guy, hopefully in the next 2 weeks, because that's what I've on my schedule. And then that mountain over there is probably next on the chopping block. This mountain here is actually really easy. Both of these are, because the new mountain fully encapsulates like 90% of it, so I don't have to dig much of that. That guy also has barely any digging, mostly just that peak over there. This one here has a good amount of digging, because if we turn that back on, you can see everything that we cleared out of that. But if we turn this big guy on here, it's gonna lag for a second. But like all of this purple needs to get removed. So like that whole peak needs to just completely disappear. This, all of the outside stuff needs to go. All of that over there needs to go. So this is probably the biggest one. It's not, I think this one that we're doing right now is the most blocks that need to get removed on a single like quantity level, but this has so many like weird spots of blocks around the outsides that need to get removed, so that's kind of a weird one. But this one I don't think is going to load because it's way outside render distance, but yeah, it's way over there. So yeah, we're still working on this guy. It's getting there though. We're getting through it slowly. Goodbye, floating blob. Yeah, we're so you can see on the back here where it's starting to like come down. So this is where it really starts to dip down. This cliff will kind of carry itself a ways over here and kind of circle around and connect into this point. So this whole section here isn't too bad. It's mostly just this whole chunk here is going to be the roughest because it needs to come all the way down pretty much to there. And then it kind of like smoothly slopes from what we have on the back down here. But yeah. Do you have any tips on building trees? When you're looking up through the tree, standing underneath it, you should be able to see some sky. And go look at a tree IRL. Oh my god, the tree in front of our house right now is beautiful. It's bright yellow. Oh, it's so pretty. Let me turn this off. But yeah, as you do all that, like you gotta like go look at trees IRL. Look how the branch structures work. Look how airy and fluffy they are and kind of loose, and how all the leaves gravitate towards the outside of the canopy and not the inside of the canopy. And definitely use references from real trees in order to get that. Any plans to new papyrus? Yes, but nothing that I'm taking action on right now. But that, my friends, is going to do it for today's stream. I got a lot of stuff to tackle this afternoon, and I got plans tonight. So thank y'all so much for being here. I really do appreciate it. I'm going to jump on out of here, though. And oh my god, we don't even have to raid today. We're not live on Twitch. Oh, I'll catch you on the flip side. Bye.